anything from Darkness Element. And if you do, he uses... I forget if it's either a piercing version that prevents you from absorbing it and then it deals fucking ridiculous damage, or he uses reverse on you, which causes you to take full damage from his dark attacks.
I feel like the Zodiac fight is going to cause us immense amounts of pain.
It's just... It's good story-wise, and I like the idea of it story-wise because of the fact that it's literally, like we said before, a small child just being an ass, but it can get really goddamn annoying at times.
And if you were talking about, and your life was being threatened, you'd probably do the same damn thing.
Yeah, true.
Because the most brilliant thing they can do with Zodiac in this game, story-wise, is actually just make him an innocent child being resurrected as a dark god. I would fucking cry. Are we good to go yet?
Yes, we are live.
Okay.
And this man's on my Twitter feed is thinking about Wurmple.
Indeed.
Look at that Wurmple.
It is adorable. It's the most overpowered Pokemon, obviously.
I mean, maybe. Is Twitch app cooperating? No. But
No.
that's because 2 of my auto hosts are live right now, so it's gonna have to kick them off my stream before it can cooperate. So
Come on. I'm reloading the page enough. There we go. There we go. Now I'm good.
there we go. Okay. I have Twitch app and my notes.
So cool.
And I also have no hair on my neck, so it's freezing cold. I almost want to take this scarf that I'm using as a hand rest for my left arm and wrap it around my face.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm. That would be what it would happen, yes. Hey Cole, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you find the in-game equivalent of Timbs yet?
No.
Because I have the in-game equivalent of Timbs on my minor.
But they're not dyed right.
Yeah, they are. Those are dark brown, which is what Timbs are. I mean, Timbs
Timbs
aren't.
are lighter brown.
I guess Timbs are lighter brown, yeah.
Tannish.
Probably the same color as the shaft of my pickaxe.
Shift.
Okay, then they're just work boots then. Close enough. Also, you can't dye these.
Aw.
Yeah, or else you could get the in-game equivalent of Timbs.
Okay.
That'd be nice. I'm starting.
Okay.
Just
Press the go button, Jimmy.
when we reach 88 miles per hour.
When we reach 88 miles per hour, we'll somehow make it through both Heavensward and Stormblood's story in the course of the rest of the stream.
I've just returned from the future. Heavensward's story was good. Stormblood's story was bad.
Oof.
So you ever want to feel really, really needed in an MMORPG? I mean, you could, like, you know, join a free company or something like that, join a guild and, like, go do stuff with that. You know, you could go into roulettes and do a good job in your class and really feel like you did, you know, good because you get commends and everything. Forget about all of that. Stop playing the game for one day when you have an established small business that interacts with the market board once per day. Because I didn't get to say this yesterday when the stream started because there was a bard playing and I was, you know, listening to him play. After I got back from not playing on March 1st, there was a shortage of Snow White and Soot Black dye on the board. And I don't think it had anything to do with me, but from my perspective, when I sell it for 300 gil once per day, a set of 5 of them, and people buy them once per day, it appeared as though I didn't sell it, so people panicked and bought as much of it as they could because there was not that much left on the board when I got there. That being said, I don't know how much of that actually makes me feel needed in an MMO, but it made me feel pretty good about myself. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition. Last time we took care of Ramuh, but we still have a Rebellion and Omega, capital O Omega, small W weapon to deal with. Although that one hasn't been revived just quite yet, but we will...
Quite yet.
We will have to see about how all that goes. And I'm not 100% sure if Omega is actually a main story boss. I'm pretty sure he's optional, but I don't know that for sure. As a matter of fact, he might be like... he'd be like... If I recall, he's like the second Coils of Bahamut type of a deal, because there's a bunch of different Omega scapes, I think. I could be totally off the mark here, but... whatever. There's a lot of people.
I'm thinking that's the last thing we should do for this stream after we finish Heaven's Ward if we still have some time.
What's that?
Just run the Coils of Bahamut.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to do. I'm still not 100% sure if that's what we will do, but we'll see. We'll see how much time we have left once we're done with Heaven's Ward, because I'm fairly certain we will not get through the patch content post Heaven's Ward. So.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, we'll see once we get through Heaven's Ward itself. Let's do this next Miners Guild quest. To Die For, and it's not D-Y-E, it is in fact D-I-E. It's been 1 minute since you've been here and you still don't smell any leather and cookie. That is very good, Rockin' Fun. That is very good, because that means you did not get the weirdest ad I have ever heard of. And how you doing, Rockin' Fun? And SP, how you doing as well? Minimal spoilers, his plot doesn't end yet. Gotcha. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll figure out what his plot is later, potentially not during our vertical slice of 14 that we're doing from now till April, but maybe after that, if I come back to it. What a Machiavellic capitalist genius I'm being here. I'm just carving my own niche, I guess. Don't want to spoil anything, but for Omega, it's not right now. Yeah, that's not really much of a spoiler. He's usually like super end game anyway, so I didn't expect them to throw him at you and be like, well, here you go. We haven't shown you any of the Final Fantasy 3 or 4 bosses yet, but here's a Final Fantasy 5 boss. I mean, I guess he's recurring at this point, but eh. You guys hold a tally for the highest earner? That's a little... Okay. I didn't know we were placing bets around here. Well, anyway, apparently I'm well wanted in the guild, too. Ramuh was pretty good. I did not do the mechanic correctly with eating all of the lightning orbs. I ate 2 of them with my face, and then I couldn't find a 3rd one before the boss fight was over. So, it wasn't too bad. We killed him on the first try, so it wasn't that bad. I did have to spam Lustrate a couple of times, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, okay. Well, they aren't that dangerous, but I'll take your word for it there, Guildmaster. Ugh, excuse me. I've been to Kurthus plenty of times there, Guildmaster, and actually what you're asking for, the 20 high-quality pieces of jade, they're not even anywhere where I could get killed by monsters. The monsters that are where that is are completely passive. So, I got this. Matter of fact, I literally got this because I already have this, so. I didn't show off... What were we getting yesterday? Raw Amethyst, I think? I didn't show off where you can get that. So let's show it off now. It's in the Central Shroud. It is... I said it was right over by Hawk Manor. It's right near Hopeseed Pond here on the wall near these 2 lakes here, near these 2 little lakes. And just around that lake area, basically. But yeah, like I said before, there's a bunch of Stropers and a bunch of other stuff in that area. Really, the Stropers are the worst part. But that's where I got them. It was not a big deal. White Gully wanted awards. Let's go see what he wants. Yes, I am in fact ready to go give it a go. As a matter of fact, I gave it a go and I already have it, so. Omega is so recurrent that he is even a super boss in a Mega Man fan game. Why am I not surprised? Last question. Did I listen to Leviathan or Ramuh's themes off screen? promises pretty damn fantastic. I have not yet. I will make it. I'll make a note of listening to both of them when I get done today, because I still have homework to do and I need something to listen to. So those will be my homework listening music for today. So yeah, I'll check them out and I'll get back to you on them next stream, which is Tuesday. Hey Todd, how's it going? I mean, I guess I'm not that willing to risk life and limb. I'm willing to use stealth to avoid having to risk life and limb. Excuse me.
Man, you're a freaking monk. You don't need no stealth. You ain't no ninja.
I need stealth when I'm a miner sometimes, but you know, I'll send a DM. All right, Todd, sounds good. I will take a look at it once I receive it and I'm done streaming. Another contest, really? All right. Well, at least he's actually going this time. The unfortunate part is that he's going to go all the way to Kurthus, and I don't have to go anywhere because I already have the Jade. Wah, wah. Anyway, yeah, so the Jade is near Camp Dragonhead. It doesn't specifically say here. It says it's down here. But actually, all you got to do is teleport to Camp Dragonhead up here, come out of the south gate, and go by these two little ridges down here. And all along the wall there is mining deposits that you can use to get the Jade. There are monsters nearby, but as long as you don't go like way down here to Haldrath's March too far, like if you go past this little inlet in the wall here, there's feral crocs that might, you know, decide to bite your
legs off.
Yeah, bite your legs off. But yeah, if you stay up here, all the monsters are passive, so it's really easy to get the Jade that you need. Speaking of which, let's... Oh, I forgot to put these away when I was crafting glamour prisms earlier. Let me just take care of that right now, then. And then 20 high-quality pieces of Jade. Wide Gully's a sucker. I know that he's getting better as a character instead of just being like, I'm the best around and I don't have to prove it because you're going to do all the work. But, yeah, he walked all the way there when I already had this stuff. By this point, you'd think he'd know how I do, but apparently not. Oh, I did what's right for me, Guildmaster, and that was leveling up to the point where I was already the correct level for all of these quests before doing this. So, there you go. Almost called you M-Freeze, but even then, for an unidentified, unintended pun, it's still pretty unforgivable. Oh, Mr. Freeze, yeah. Oh, boy. Well, good. I didn't expect any contest, but... Oh. So that's what he gets for not using stealth. Okay. Yeah, I could see how that would leave him feeling a little defeated. Well, I guess we'll find out in the next couple of quests. Oh, apparently this Jade is the embodiment of... Well, it's seen as the embodiment of immortality anyway. Perhaps in some small way, by imbuing your weapons with Jade, you yourself can feel immortal until you get run through in the middle of a battlefield, and then you just bleed out right there. And the 12 deities reach down from the heavens and they go, "Where is your immortality now?" They snatch you up.
Oh, wait. Where is your immortality now?
Yeah, that's why I didn't say, "Where's your god now?" Because they are our gods. Oh, okay. You sure you won't take that as like an insult or something? I don't know. Well, anyway, we get an apprentice sledgehammer that I don't need, and I don't need any of that stuff, so let's take some silver. 2 more quests to go in the Miners Guild, and then we're done. Oh, hey, I leveled up. Nice. Level 51 miner. I'm actually almost level 56 on Leatherworker just from doing the stuff with the Acadal 9. And really, it's mostly from doing stuff with the, like the weekly challenges with them, where all of a sudden I'll be done crafting high-quality stuff for them, and it'll be like, hey, you just earned 250,000 experience on your Leatherworker because you crafted 20 high-quality things. It's like, oh, okay, neat. Yeah, let's go to Sapphire Avenue first. Excuse me. And then we'll go back to Revenant's Toll once I've taken care of sending Matilda off on her venture. And we'll go see if we can defeat Hoary Boulder in a contest of strength. I should probably grab my money that Ghost Hammer got as well. Okay, there goes her Gigantode skin. Let me put her on one more venture. This will be her third for today, so she'll be all done. She's almost caught up now with the amount of Alaman that I have, so that helps. Let's see, 5,700 from you. And yeah, you're good. Matilda's actually gotten to the point where it says I can now assign her a job, although I'm pretty sure I can't assign her a job until she's level 50, at least according to what I read over at the Retainer Vocate there. So, well, maybe I'll look into it more. I mean, she is level 30, so she could practically do that, but, you know. Yeah, let's get out of here so we don't have to sit here with this goldsmith? I don't really know what he's doing over there.
Of some metal.
All I know is he's making a lot of noise. Let's see. Let's put that there and that there. So we have 103 and 116. Yeah, we're pretty close. We'll have 110 when she comes back. So, and I'm gonna go sell those pieces. Because M-Freeze reminds you of that one Batman movie, and I don't think you want to remember that one right now. Yeah, that's
I mean, that movie was fucking amazing, so...
it was amazing for all the wrong reasons, though. Because it
I don't know which movie you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking about the bad Batman movie or the animated one that made me cry like a bitch.
I'm talking about the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze.
We don't talk about that one.
Well, that's the one that Rocket Fun's talking about, too.
God damn it.
Alright, let's go back to Revenant's Toll and best this paladin in a contest of strength.
Why did you not call me?
I got Confucius.
I could have flexed on him real good.
I got Confucius. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
You see, children, this is what happens when you approach a fight with the safety of numbers. If you try to fight everything by yourself, you'll die. We're going this way, actually.
That person has obviously never experienced the true power of tank.
Alright, let's get on Monk. Oh, yeah, that's right. My glamours couldn't be restored because I got some fancy new glamours off screen for my Monk. AKA, if I... you might notice the gloves are slightly different if I go and equip myself and put my gloves on now. Yeah, I earned up enough MGP from winning the fashion report. Well, not winning it. I got like an 86 on the fashion report last week. So I earned like 60,000 MGP. So I had 100,000 and I bought the Tarnished Makai Fists. So now my fists are literally on fire, in addition to figuratively. Speaking of which, let's put that up right now.
You know, for somebody who's been saving up their money, that's an awful lot of gil in your inventory, fam.
Well, that was MGP, not gil.
Oh.
I mean, I have 239,000 gil, but that I don't... Well, actually, I do know what I'm going to do with it. We're saving up to 500k so I can get an apartment, but, yeah, you know. Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Just perfect, yeah.
It's not incorrect.
I'm ready whenever you are. Are you willing to... Oh, it's an instance. Okay, so Confucius can't actually help me. That's fine. I've got Bloodbath. We'll be good. I think we'll be good. Gold Saucer, literally the thing you spent too much time on in this game. I just go back there whenever I have to, like, get to Ul'dah, because if you go to the Gold Saucer first and then you go to Ul'dah, because the Gold Saucer is in Thanalan, you can save 120 gil on the airship. I know that that's completely, like, unnecessary because it's 120 gil at this point in the game. It's like a drop in the bucket, but I try to save money wherever I can. Okay. I mean, if the both of you took me on at once, I probably wouldn't stand a chance. Oh, apparently I was very inspiring.
Inspiring.
Oh, okay. So apparently, if things are going too crazy, Coltonet's gonna jump in, and when that's the case, we will brutally punch Coltonet in the face, and then go from there. Oh, Ida and Thancred are here as well. Okay, cool. Who are all these people? These are the other Scions. I thought you knew these people. Oh, there's more people than just these two. Okay. We've drawn a Revenant's Toll crowd here. A regular Revenant's Toll crowd is what I was trying to say. But yeah. Gonna make me eat those 120 gills? Okay, fair enough. I probably will end up eating them later when I have to teleport all over the place because I'm in Ishgard and there's no airships. What will I ever do without my reputation? At least the kids have some faith in him. All right, there. Let's dance. See what you can do. Oh, okay. Well, that ended very quickly. Didn't expect that. I'm gonna run out of True North here in a second. I'm gonna have to bloodbath as soon as this continues. Are they healing him? Because that's what it looks like. Unless those are his off GCDs popping off. Okay, Coltonet is joining the fight, so let's beat him up because I mean, if Ori rejoins the fight, whatever, I'm still gonna beat up Coltonet first. I can't do that yet, so... I should probably bloodbath. Okay, that's fine. Still good. Still good.
We still Gucci.
Just casually re-eat that HP. Okay, I should be back to full in a moment. And I now have Fierce Demon Fang back, so that's good. Okay, he Shield Oath and Convalescence. I'm pretty sure that's not good for me, but... Eat this stun real quick. Hollowed ground, okay, that's fine. Then I'll just run over here. Gone, okay. I hit it too quickly. Ha! Gotcha! That was much easier than I expected it to be.
Indeed.
Realize that I'm doing pretty great in my run, must be almost halfway. In terms of how long we've got left for the stream, we are a little over halfway at this point. I'm anticipating 76 episodes, so we'll see how close we get there.
Indeed.
Okay, fair enough. They are stylish, aren't they? If I can't have an aura, I gotta get the next best thing. You did this as a paladin? It was quite the endeavor. Cole, what did you do this as?
Red mage. Why?
Ah, okay. I was going to say, was it quite the endeavor, but you didn't do it as paladin, so... Oh my god. See, I don't need all of that. I don't need all these people cheering me on. I just like going... I guess in that regard, I'm somewhat like Goku in Dragon Ball Super, because he's just looking for a good fight, man. I'm not necessarily looking for a good fight, but I don't need a standing ovation every time I beat someone up.
To be fair, you are the hero of light.
Yeah, I know. That's a burden that I don't know that I like to bear. But... Wait, Hallowed Ground worked? This guy doesn't know how to paladin. You're supposed to use it just when I LB so that Hallowed Ground pops just after I hit you with the LB. Or, well...
That sounds like some horse dookie.
well, you know, desperation move, whatever you want to call it. I'd like to believe my dance was, well done. I don't have all the fancy dance moves with chakra involved yet, but we'll get there. I just like how stylish Monk looks when it's fighting, doing flips and shit while kicking everybody. I don't think I could do those things in real life without a significant amount of training.
To be fair, you were trained in that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was, yeah. I'd have to go back to it. Yeah, it's been a long time since that there, Alfie Node.
It's weird being ahead of you in the story, because sometimes I can just nail down exactly where you are without much issue.
I'm guessing your opinion changed somewhere along the line. Well, yeah, but that's taking Eorzea's fate as a business venture, Alfie Node. That's not a good thing.
It's what that one dickhead who's trying to rebel is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell puts a fucking country's fate up as a fucking business offer?
Someone who
like
really likes money,
super
Cole.
evil.
That sounds about right. Well, maybe you'll feel the same way now. Yeah. Well, good. I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'll wish you luck. Yeah, we are having a little trouble keeping up with everybody. I thought that was what we were doing already, but okay. All right, I'll hear your offer. I don't know, man.
Hear it.
I don't know, man. I kind of like working for the Scions because it's just this small, close-knit organization where it's not like you have to worry about 20 bazillion people and what they're doing. Okay, Confucius, let's go home.
Quick, Fucius.
I got to see which other games you can actually fight alongside your Chocobo in so that I can include Confucius in later Final Fantasies. I know 13.2 you can use a Chocobo as a companion. It's just that it's a late bloomer, so it doesn't get good until, like, post-game, which kind of sucks, really. Because it means that other monsters will be better than it for a decent chunk of the story, and then Confucius will kind of just come in the last dungeon and be like, "Hey guys, I'm good now."
Hey guys, I'm good now. Can I help?
And then he could help me beat the final boss at that point, but it's like,
To be fair, that is the only proper time that Confucius can use his full power.
I mean, I guess.
He's only ever using just a little bit of it. Just a little bit.
Waiting for me to wear the dumbass pants so I look like Ida's sister. I don't know about that. Again, I don't know where I'd even find the pants that Ida's wearing. I don't know that I'd want to find the pants Ida's wearing.
I wonder Greaves.
I mean, when you're a DPS, you can get those greaves, so.
True. Also, can we just talk about how hard it is to find, like, armor when you're a DPS? Like, damn, dude. I'm a monk. You would expect me to not wear heavy equipment so I can get strong.
I was just concerned because all of the monk gear that I would be getting was yellow, and I was like, that is not a good color on me.
Yellow is like reverse good color.
Let me find something that's not yellow. Okay, and how are we going to do that there, Alfie Node? I guess strength materia. I'm not using any of the other ones for anything.
And how are we going to do that, Alpha Node? Bench press.
By giving me 5,000 gil. Sounds great.
Nice.
For this one quest.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I crashed.
Uh-oh. Take
I hate it when that happens.
Okay.
You know what's weird? Watching you play the game is a lot different than mine. All the other characters look literally down on me. They all have to look up to you.
I am a bit tall. I mean, even in real life, I'm fairly tall.
You got like half a head on me.
In real life, or?
Yeah, in real life. In the game, I need 3 of me stacked on top of each other's shoulders in order to me, like, even up to your height.
Well, sure, but it sounds like a dangerous endeavor. I mean, all it has to happen is for that military to be like, hey, we're stronger than the rest of the world combined. Well, not combined. The rest of the world in any one particular instance. I get the feeling this is going to end up with him being like, hey, no, we shouldn't do this because this is exactly what Teleji did in order to bring revolution to Ul'dah, but I could be wrong. Don't tell me if I'm right.
Or alternatively, we're just going to reestablish the Empire. Except the Scions are going to be at the head. You want to talk about a twist? Turns out the Scions are all evil. All of them.
A trial company? So, the Scions, because that's what the company would be, except on a larger scale.
Correct. God, I'm yawning up a storm today. I gotta stop going to bed at 4.
At 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You wonder why I sleep so late.
This is the part of the story we started to really not like him. He's too cocky. It's kind of the point. No, it doesn't make him any more likable. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a problem with him at this point, I guess. He's fine, but we'll see when we're done with all this stuff.
Don't worry. My cockiness will probably cause something to go horribly wrong.
So, you're looking to make a trial organization. You're going to put it under the guide of Menphilia, and it's going to be like a military. First of all, she's already running the Scions. Don't you think she has enough responsibilities? And second of all, isn't what you're asking for literally what the Scions are currently? I mean, okay, just make sure you talk to Tataru about balancing the books first, because she already has it hard enough. Okay. Oh, so you're taking a world tour and you want me to come with you? Well, fair enough. I got nothing better to do. I mean, I could go chocobo racing and play Lord of Verminion, but we can always do that later. It's gonna be one of those things where we like put it off, and then all of a sudden we're gonna get to the end of Heaven's Ward and be like, "Oh fuck, we never went chocobo racing."
That would be kind of funny.
All right, so Alfie Node's off to God knows where. We'll see from the journal, and then we'll go from there. It's a larger group for less extreme. Oh, okay, less extreme missions. Okay, I see. So to handle this, so that I don't have to, I can focus more on the larger stuff. They'll have a group that handles the smaller stuff, so I don't have to keep running around and doing all these side quests. That seems fair. Let's put that there. Don't need these crap clusters for now. Okay, I think we're good. Where do you go first? Wall of text, Bulwark Hall. That is, okay, Lunasia. Alright, cool, we can get there. It's probably going to cost me like 600 gil to get there, but we can get there.
Of course it's going to.
Yeah, that's the theory. Okay, got it. I don't know how well it's going to work, but for what it's worth, if it does work, I approve. I can shirk some of the responsibilities that I have off to NPCs then. And just because I know that I could do that if it worked, I'm fairly certain it's not going to. But we'll see. Not willing to count Alfie Node out yet. Alright, let's go see the Admiral. Actually, I think Alfie Node's seeing the Admiral, so we'll go see whoever we're recruiting. Probably not that person who's botting in the chat. I don't think we want them for our country-spanning grand company. Hey, Gunker. It's going good. How's it going for you? Just going on our world tour today.
By world tour, we mean attempting to save the world.
By touring it and telling people, hey, want to join the military? But I already am in the Maelstrom. No, a different military. Okay, and how would I do that? So walk up to people and be like, I'm Captain Bosch of Dalmasca.
God damn it.
Don't listen to Andor's lies.
God damn it, Vaughn.
Yeah, if they're already in another organization, Alfie, no, not for nothing. I'm not asking them to change well, it wouldn't be changing affiliations. It'd just be like, hey, you want to be in 2 militaries? No? Are you sure? Doing all right. Finished putting away groceries earlier. Okay, gotcha. Productivity. I've been somewhat productive today, so.
I have been negative productive today.
No, I mean, yeah, so yeah, I keep forgetting how similar this is to 12. Yeah, they do take a lot of pages out of 12's book, but I mean, 12 was basically a single-player MMO as it was, so. With a little more story, I think 12 had than the normal MMO. Then again, there were so many side quests in 12, you could literally lose the story from them, so. I'm going to try, when I do 12 as a playthrough, as a stream through, though, to not lose the story from doing side quests. We'll do a couple of side quests in between each major story beat, and that'll be it. That means we won't get all the hunts done until post-game, but, it's okay. So be it. Alright, Interceptor, let's go recruit some people! You're going to need to be super cute. I mean, you're already super cute, but you're going to need to be super cute. So that people will want to join just from the cuteness factor. In the upper decks. Okay, so we gotta go above me. Alright, fair enough. We'll start at the aft castle, and we'll work our way around. Seems like there's always a Titan somewhere in Limsa's main plaza here. I think I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure most of the times we've been here, there's just been somebody standing here with at least one summon out. So, okay, apparently there's a bunch of people here that might be willing to... This is going to get all mixed up with the Little Ladies' Day thing, isn't it? Or there'll be people in here. Yep, there's a person in here. Excuse me, would you like to join a grand company that's not the Maelstrom? Carvalane, huh? Okay, thanks for the info. I will go and try to find this Carvalane fellow. Or lady. I don't really know. That's not a name that you normally hear, so I can't really assume a gender. Let's see here. So there's some in the anchor yard too, but I'm willing to bet there's at least one more person in this area to look for. Let's go look in the Blacksmith's Guild. And, you know, around the Blacksmith's Guild as well. Nobody here. Aha! I'm trying to recruit the guild master, really?
Absolute unit.
Yeah, I kind of figured. If there's money in it for me. Yeah, I get your point there, man. Well, I mean, fair enough. He is the guild master. He's got to look out for the guild first. And that's why I'm not so certain this plan is going to work, because everybody has their own allegiances already. And if you go around by word of mouth, it's like, I mean, I know I'm the warrior of light, quote unquote, and I've got some pull with people, but that doesn't mean I can walk up to a random stranger and be like, hey, you're in the military now, and it just actually work. But it's okay. I'll give it my damnedest. Can't go back to Alpha Note empty-handed until I've already given it my all, so. let's have a look over here. Apparently summons are in fashion right now. Yeah, apparently so. Apparently I dropped them just when everybody else was picking them up. I mean, there's always the chance that we could go back to it. I haven't picked a different ranged DPS yet, so...
I haven't picked a ranged DPS at all.
I mean, it'll if I decide to go back to it, it'll already be 70 by the time I go back to it, so... But if I did go back to it, I think I'd go back to it as my quote-unquote class for one of the expansions. So, like, I'm planning on picking a new class for every expansion that we play. So Heaven's Ward, I'll pick one. Stormblood, I'll pick one. And then Shadowbringers, I'll pick one. If we, you know, eventually come back and we are able to get to all of those. I don't know how far down the road those are going to be, but, yeah, if we come back to them, I'll pick a new class and we'll play it for some parts of those expansions, so... Saving the world. We don't do that anymore. We just lament of how little we can do about Ul'dah's inability to resolve problems like the massive arrivals of refugees and self-destruction of the political system by the massive corruption of its core. Man, being a warrior of light sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, trust me. I know, fam. I know.
To be fair, there's a lot more of the save the world gig than killing the bad guys. I think 14 did a decent, if not good job showing there's still a political side to this. Yeah, I appreciate that there's more to it than just, you know, save the world, kill the bad guys. It makes the world feel more lived in, I guess. Like there's some things that you just can't solve by fighting, although that is my specialty in this game, is fighting. I mean, I have a crafting and gathering class, but I'm still better at doing other stuff. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be a little crazy to go to Titan's bedchamber, don't you? Oh, you remember the company of... I'm sorry, I completely didn't forget, or didn't remember you. Not bad. Yeah, top tier work. Oh, okay, well, we got one recruit. I won't be going back empty-handed. Thank you, Company of Heroes. Just as long as it's not that guy who said he was in the Company of Heroes and totally wasn't. And then you finish Realm Reborn's main story, yep. Ah, okay, gotcha. 14 story does improve a lot over time. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, and we will find out firsthand over the next few streams. And then, you know, into Heaven's Ward, because I've heard it continues to go up until the end of Heaven's Ward, and then I've heard it just sort of middles out when you get to Stormblood, but, we'll see. I'm keeping an open mind, that's all I know. Maybe a protagonist, but you aren't that kind of protagonist. You can just tell people to do stuff, and they will. Yeah, that's a little beyond my power, I think. I'm not,
Once again, I say, has the power to slay gods, primals, and Bahamut itself. Can't oust a fucking one bad apple screwing with the entire political system.
There are some battles I'm just not equipped to fight.
If you're the warrior of light, you should be, like, equipped to deal with pretty much everything.
Nah, because then I'd be, what's the main character's name in Sword Art Online?
Kirito?
Yeah, then I'd be Kirito.
I have so many awful opinions that are coming to the surface. I need to, like, not think about that series anymore.
My bad.
It's okay.
I didn't know you had Vietnam flashbacks about SAO.
We don't talk about that anymore.
Okay, we won't talk about that anymore. Anyway.
It's not necessarily Vietnam flashbacks, more like flashbacks to arguments that I've had with people who are bullheaded.
I'll just say I wouldn't be Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates, and we'll just leave it at that. Is that better?
Oh, come on. Corrin's not that bad.
No, Corrin is equipped to handle every solution because everyone loves Corrin unconditionally. So.
I mean, he/she is a cinnamon bun regardless of which one you play.
I mean, I guess.
I actually really kind of like Corrin. It's just the rest of the game that made me infuriated.
I mean, I guess. I'm not a big fan of Fates, though, so I can't. I'm a little biased.
Trust me, I know.
That's why you love these transitional quests to Heaven's Ward. They added so much to 14's world and lore. Yeah, and I like that they're doing world building with these transitional quests. It's a good touch. So. We don't talk about that one either. Okay, I won't talk about it again. Never again.
Oh, thank God. Rock and Fun shares my opinions and my Vietnam flashbacks.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, if you're the commander of the Yellow Jackets, I kind of doubt that you would be able to help out, yeah. Fair enough. poor guy. Riol's going to be the only one who actually wants to join the company. I wonder if people get the serpents and the yellow jackets confused. Because doesn't the Order of the Twin Adder also wear yellow? I feel like that would be confusing for some people. I mean, I know they're in completely separate parts of the world, but... where's this fifth person? Are they up here, maybe? Like, all the way up here, maybe? Or maybe in here? Yeah, I think that's... oh, no, that's a side quest thing, I think. I have never once set foot in the Culinarians Guild, but here I am now. I think I'm outside. Yeah, I'm outside of the circle. That's the crafting class you could take, Cole. You could be a culinarian, just like in real life. Alright, we gotta look for our fifth person around here somewhere. All this hide-and-seek stuff is, I'm not well equipped to handle this either. Maybe they're out here. Aha! Here we go. I've found you. Not Faker. Why did I just move the text box? There we go. Oh, Carvalan. Okay, this is the guy I was looking for anyway, that I got that tip for. Okay, Conker, take it easy. If we see you later, we'll see you later. If not, we'll see you next time. Your proposal is intriguing because I could take my blue mage robes and I could go and find out all the blue magic in the world without any form of restriction. Or he's a member of the Krakens, never mind. He does sort of look like a blue mage though, doesn't he? He's just missing the mask. He was a blue mage before the game introduced blue mage. Back to Alfie Node. Okay. Where did he say? Airship landing. Okay, that's easy enough. I know how to get to the airship landing. You see, you go to the Marauders Guild, and then you teleport there. Let's see. Ah, there you are. I had one person. Went well. I mean, 1 is well for me in this case. It's better than 0. I mean, I guess I could call that a victory, but... Okay, so, we're back. We're done in Limsa. We gotta go to Gridania now.
Yes. By the way, Jimmy.
What?
I just learned something.
What's that?
Do you know that spoiler that I've been alluding to that I know? I've just learned that it is actually not the pre-patch content between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. It's in Heavensward itself.
Oh.
So we got a long way to go before any of that crazy shit happens.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you don't need to worry about it. So I am now completely in the dark as to why Todd almost started a riot at the end of patch content.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh boy.
I gotta tell you guys what, though. I'm having significant trouble concentrating a little bit today because my mind is on other things, and namely the other things are the brownies that my mother decided to so graciously make upstairs. And the smell keeps wafting downstairs, and I'm like, I really could go for one of those, but I can't because I'm streaming. I'm gonna have one afterwards, though.
See, she makes you brownies, but she never bakes me fucking oatmeal raisin cookies. You're obviously the more loved son.
Have you ever asked her for oatmeal raisin cookies?
Multiple times. Why?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember ever hearing you ask her for them. Know what you should do? Is next time we go out, we should go find oatmeal raisin cookie mix.
Oh, 100%.
And just bring it home. And be like, hey, I'm just going to leave this here on the counter. I'm not going to expect anything. I'm just going to leave it here on the counter. We're going to Nafika's altar, so we'll just teleport over there. I mean, it's like a 2-minute walk from here, but no, well, it's fine. Where is it? I thought it was... Conjurer's Guild is at Nafika's altar. I keep forgetting. I'm expecting to see Nafika's altar on the list there, like how the Aft Castle's on the list, but no, it's right here. See, if I joined the Conjurer's Guild at the beginning of the game, I would have known that, but I did not, so... The question is, will Potato Cole become a Dark Knight? Because Potato Dark is something. I think Cole has expressed that he is not going to take the final tank class. He wants to leave something for me if I ever decide to take up a tank. So.
Well, here's the thing. I actually considered becoming a Dark Knight for a little while, but there was one gigantic thing that was sort of getting in my way in that regard, and that was the whole I wanted to have a tank class for Jimmy to take. Now, at the time, I was maining Warrior and Paladin, but now it's not so much. Honestly, I do have an inclination to at least try out Dark Knight once we get to Heavensward, but I don't know if I'm going to put levels into it, because while I enjoy Paladin, Paladin is a very defensive tank. It relies a lot on its own on the armor, the materia, the weapons, and its own procs and buffs and attacks to hold aggro and just soak up all that good, delicious damage. But me personally, I enjoy my tanks to have a little bit more DPS because, you know, I've sort of found a passion for that role in this game, and the fact that I will spoil this, my class that I'm taking when we enter Heavensward is yet another DPS, and I've found myself really enjoying that sort of role, but also enjoying the idea of being a tank. Warrior wasn't my thing because I felt like it took a very long time to get an identity of its own, I guess you could say. Like, all of the most amazing shit about Warrior that I love so much was like level 60 to level 60 to 70 and beyond, even that. Like Fell Cleaves, the whole Deliverance thing. That's why I kind of switched over to Paladin, because it was a more directed tank class that helped me learn how to be a tank. And as per Dark Knight itself, I am more willing to give it a try now that I understand, well, how to tank. I still don't want to go back to Warrior, if for no other reason the fact that I really don't feel like it's worth the trouble getting Warrior to 65 and by extension 70, literally just so I can use Fell Cleave. Also, picking up Dark Knight might not be the worst option, considering the fact that I've heard tellings of Shadowbringers reworking the class.
So, I do remember Laurentius, but I think I'm going to be coy. I'm just fucking with you, dude. It was a joke. It was a joke on your expense. Well, I suppose we're looking for people for a cross-nation grand company. And what is your policy on reformed convicts? Get out.
What's your policy on reformed convicts? Get the fuck out.
Well, apparently he's heading over to Revenant's Stall, so... Alright, well, we found someone that was okay. I guess. He didn't seem like the brightest bulb when we took care of his crimes there, but whatever. Switch to Twitter to beg the Potato Dark Knight community to spare your miserable life.
Are they really that bad? Also, I don't understand the running joke of all Lalafels being evil. We have, like, 3 that are nice.
I mean, Miss Modi's one of the first Lalafell that I met, and she was
Miss Modi, the Sultana, the one blind one in the wine port.
So yeah, I guess we can kind of look then at the list of classes, so we can... If anybody's actually placing bets, which I don't know why you'd place bets on the job that I'm going to be taking when I get into Heavensward. If I was to play a tank, it would be either Marauder or Dark Knight. If I was to take a healer, it would either be Conjurer or Astrologian, obviously because of that. But I usually don't overlap. I'm trying to get a good breadth of all the different types of jobs. So I've already got a healer, so I probably won't be one of those. I've already got a crafting and a gathering class, so I probably won't be one of those.
And you have a DPS, but you have several different kinds of DPS you could take.
Right. I already have a melee DPS, so I could take one of the 2 types of ranged DPS as well. So, I mean, it could be... For all you guys know, I could be going back to Summoner, but I'm fairly certain most people don't believe that. So, yeah, if you're wondering, it's going to be in the list of Marauder, Dark Knight, and... one of these 6 classes down here. That's pretty much what I'll narrow it down to for everybody. As to what exactly it is right now, if you make the correct guess, I'm still not going to tell you yet because, as I've said previously, my mind changes in terms of these sorts of things like weekly. So, you may be correct at the time, but I don't want to say, yeah, you're right, and then me change my mind and be like, sorry, you're wrong.
See, the thing
Seems
that's
kinda
also
mean.
stopping me from taking Dark Knight as a class once I get to Heaven's Ward is the fact that, first of all, I already have 3 classes. I've taken 1 that I'm leveling from now until Heaven's Ward when, you know, I'm actually, like, need to do it, even though I probably should stop leveling it because, you know, that way I can have actual challenge when I go through Heaven's Ward's story. So that's not the point of the matter.
But that's not the point of
being
this
that
game.
Dark Knight seems very fun, but I don't know if at the time I'm going to have the ability to get it from 30 to like 50. 20 levels doesn't seem like a lot until you play this game.
Well, Road to
So I like
60.
this, Jimmy. How many streams did it take us to get from 0 to 30?
Not many, like 10. I think.
Yeah,
and
now
I was
how many streams
playing slow, so
Yeah, and now how long is it taking us from to get to 30 straight up to 50? Didn't take you long because you had combined experience nonsense plus 60.
started to enjoy Warrior at around 40 to 45, and while you felt you were doing better on Warrior, you kept playing Dark Knight because it was just too much fun for you.
I'd love
Fair
to start
enough.
trying out Dark Knight, but unfortunately I need to hit Heaven's Ward before I can even take that, which is fucking stupid in my opinion.
Well, see, that's why I think in Stormblood they didn't hide them behind like walls, basically, the classes that they added to the game. They were like, well, we got to place these outside of Heaven's Ward because otherwise people won't really play these classes as much, so...
I really do want to try out Dark Knight, in all honesty. I really do, but I feel like people would say that I am the crippling, edgy boy if I did. Although to be fair, well, yes, I am cripplingly edgy. That's only because I'm a cactus.
Damn, dude. I thought you'd be cripplingly prickly. Dark Knight does have one of the best plots of all the classes.
Oh, I know. I appears that it involves... I know that it involves murdering Mughals. Therefore, it's perfect for Lalafell because all Lalafell are evil, apparently.
The Void Hunter appears like Batman. Hey, Void Hunter, how's it going? What the actual fuck? See, I almost said that when I came around the corner and this Allian person looked like an Ascian. I was like, what are you doing out here? But I'm pretty sure...
Could you imagine that? Just like...
I'm pretty sure Ascians don't have grandfathers.
Could you just imagine that? Just like fucking walk around the corner, there's just an Ascian leaning on the wall. You want to talk about fucking with your protagonist?
Yeah. Oh, apparently we met this lady, man. I'm going to say that's a lady, at Copperbell Mines, so...
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Okay, well, that's 2 in Gridania, I guess. Not bad. Where's the closest? Okay, the closest Aetheryte is down through this tunnel here. I guess this is... Is this a tunnel or is it a tree? Because it looks like rock, but it could just as well be a tree. No, it's rocks. Never mind. Maybe I'm thinking too much of Disney's Animal Kingdom, where you actually do go inside of a tree to go on the ride. Pretty well, just building funds for the next expansion and gearing up all your jobs for it as well. Nice. Nice. I am building up funds myself, although it's... I guess it's for the next expansion, but I don't plan on buying that much gear. I just, on the last stream, received word that... like, we went house hunting, quote-unquote, on the last stream. Because we were talking about apartments and houses and stuff, and found out I need 500,000 gil to buy an apartment, so...
Which is effing ridiculous if you do say so myself, but real estate's always been expensive in every fucking game that I've played like this.
So that's the goal for right now. Get an apartment. I don't have anything to decorate it with, but we'll figure it out.
That's what you have me for. That's why we're sharing the apartment. You buy the house, I buy the decorations.
And of course that includes Dark Knight, aka Batman. Yes, of course. Got to get it ready for Shadowbringers because it looks to be the job that the expansion focuses on the most, so...
It really helps. So.
We do have an
Dark Knight
interesting group of people.
Does need a rework. I will freely say that because I've heard some very good things about the class and absolutely awful things about the class, i.e., its entire invincibility move.
500k is spare change. Maybe for you, man. I've never seen that kind of money, so
He really hasn't.
I'll get there, though. I don't know that I'll ever be a millionaire in this game because I usually spend my money before I even save too much of it. Like, all you have to do is go back and watch my XCOM playthrough to know. Like, if Conker was here, he'd attest to it. I mean, Rockin' Fun was here for that, so he knows. I spend money like people drink water when I get it because I'd rather it get spent on something I need than burn a hole in my pocket. But right now, I have something that I need, but it's too expensive, so I have to keep all this cash in my pocket.
Wish there was a bank in this game.
I mean, you could store it with your retainers, but it doesn't gain interest, so...
Oh, God, I wish.
It'd be nice
Like
if it gained a
break
little
back, your
interest,
money's
but
doubled.
I don't know. I feel like if it gained interest with the retainers, everybody would do it, though. They'd just walk there and store it.
Fucking just take a break for 6 months between all the expansions, do all the content, come back, it's like double your money. You're just like a.
That would be really hard to balance, though, in an MMO, because they'd be adding in free money into the game's economy, and that just never works out. So
You're right.
I don't know much about MMOs, but I know that the economic system is a little. You have to be a little careful with the economic system. Ooh, Cole, we could go do Lord of Verminion and Chocobo Racing right now because I can go to the Gold Saucer and then go to Ul'dah for free.
Nah.
No. Okay, I'll pay the 120 gil.
I'm knee deep in freaking
Story
stuff.
Okay. I'll eat the 120 gil this time then. Fine.
Boy, it's literally just 120 gil. For you, that's chump change. For me, that's not chump change.
You're sitting on about 11 million, 3 million on hand, 9 in your retainer.
Oh, God.
You've given Cole a small heart attack.
The animator had a fatal heart attack.
And thus they had to continue on without slaying the dragon.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That is a lot of money, though. I don't think I'll ever see, like I said, that kind of money. So I got a question. I just realized something. Why is it that when we park the airship in Ul'dah, we just park it in like you're just driving straight into a parking spot, but in Gridania they have to turn it around like you're backing into a parking spot? Like what's the difference? Where were we going to see off? No, on the Royal Promenade. That is Husting Strip. Okay. Okay. One more city of touring, and then we got to go back to Revenant's Toll. By the time we're done here, my return will probably be refreshed. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it's refreshed already, but... Oh, you know. I think that guy had the brand new DPS set on there. God, that brings me...
One?
No, the one that you get from doing the Novice Network, or not Novice Network, the Novices Guild thing. The one where you go and you take all the tests with the Smith. I forget what it is. Well, we've only gotten 3 people out of 9 there, Alfie Note. I wouldn't exactly call that successful. It's not going to get you the grade, man, but...
It works.
Yeah, probably not.
It just works.
Gridania has more forces. They can't just fly straight to the landing. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Take all the money you've ever had in the game and gave it to you, you'd be sitting on 30 million or more, and that is actually people who have hit the gil cap. Oh.
Gil what?
There is a cap on gil, which is why you can give your retainers money. Because you can't hold a certain amount. I have no idea what that amount is, but...
I mean, we have people in this chat who probably know what the gil count is and have reached it before.
Probably. Thought it was personal preference. Miss the days of being a merc and making 200k a day just from getting people into queues. Those were the days that I don't remember because I wasn't around for them. We're going down below, so where exactly on the map is the Steps of Thal? So, down by the Weavers Guild, down by the Gladiators Guild, and on Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Alright, then let's go to Sapphire Avenue first. I wonder what that guy's little pup was there. It looked like a crystal pup. Isn't this the guy that gives me the quest for, Cutter's Cry, maybe? I forget it. There's a dungeon that we never did during the main Aram Reborn content, because we didn't need it for our Grand Company, so I just said, skip it. We did Karn instead. So. Oh, I get that feeling. Let's see. Excuse me. I normally don't open my fat mouth when I'm yawning too much like that, where there's an actual sound that comes out. My apologies. Because, good lord, man. I think I have to go to the Pearl Lane for this next one. The gil cap is 999,999,999 gil. For you and your retainers, and there is one person that has hit that cap on himself and 5 retainers. That is... Really, you're going to send me to try to recruit Landibird after he was such an asshole one patch ago? The savior of Eldaz... Oh, the guy that was... Okay, the guy that got hit by the arrow. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's not why I'm here. Money. It's not even my cause, man. That's the problem. I'm doing this for a friend.
I'm doing this for a friend.
Cut me some slack, stop busting my balls. Don't think you wanted to be around for 45 plus minute DPS queue. Yeah, I don't think I wanted to be around for 45 plus minute DPS queue times.
45 plus minute DPS queues, and I fucking play DPS.
I mean, I play Monk, but I also play Scholar primarily in Dungeons, so I kind of, you know.
Well, Jimmy, some of us don't have that wondrous thing that you have.
Wow, there needs to be better gil syncs in this game. No one should have that much at once. Yeah, that is a significant amount of gil. He could buy, how many Shinzen Tetsukins would that be? 48 Shinzen Tetsukins with that kind of money.
Only 48?
Yeah, last I checked, it was 2 million gil on the board.
Holy shit!
Yeah. If you head to the last, you can pick up the Red Mage job. Ah, gotcha. Yes, Cole has actually picked up Red Mage as his DPS class. So what we're trying to do is, what we're trying to do is we're trying not to overlap jobs basically. So Cole will play Red Mage and Paladin. So when I want to tank, I can't play Paladin, and when I want to range DPS, I can't play Red Mage. That way, there isn't like a samey feeling for either of us, and it keeps it keeps it fresh and keeps it different for the stream. So I probably won't be picking up Red Mage. I mean, maybe to try it at some point, but that would probably be an off-screen thing. So. Housing is the main gil sync. It's just that guy made it his goal to hit the cap. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's me. That was a long time ago again. Oh, okay, cool. So that brought you over here. It hopefully would, yeah. Alright, well, there's a recruit. Okay, is that it here? Oh no, there's the Weaver's Guild still, and looks like the Miners Guild might have some too. Alright, let's go check around our new stomping grounds, really, because we just joined the Miners Guild, like, what was it, 2 weeks ago at this point? 3 maybe?
Mayhaps.
And we're almost done with it. So, I mean, we could do it into Heaven's Ward and stuff, but, I'm cool with keeping my crafting and gathering classes done with the quests at 50, so. Housing only goes so far. Still play 14, just need something fun again. Right now, the most enticing thing is the BGM, and you can listen to that online. True, very true. The soundtrack is available online, so. Rapier's teleport fees, and of course, the glam industry. Yeah, the glam industry has claimed many of people's wallets.
Including mine.
Yeah, Cole is an unfortunate victim of the glam industry.
I did this to myself.
No, not exactly a proposition there, Yellow Moon. I'm pretty sure you're taken already, so I don't think I could. Yeah, you're already spoken for. That's what I figured. She didn't even let me explain myself, man. Oh well. I mean, I guess it would have been nice to have like a Weaver for the guild, or for the grand company that Alfie Note's trying to propose, but she didn't seem too taken with the idea. Ooh, look at that pup. That's not a pup. That's a miniature. It almost looks like a miniature cyber dragon. except it's on 4 legs.
Oh, it's adorable. I want it.
Oh, and this is one of the clerics from Saint Adama Landema. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start to try to find one of those minions.
I mean, that's what the internet's for, Jimmy.
True. Don't need gill sinks if you don't spend anything anyway. There you go. I'll try to find something to spend my money on after I get the apartment. That's what we're saving up for right now, although I'll probably save up to about 600,000 before I spend on the apartment.
I still don't understand how the hell you have so much fucking money. I'm broke by standards.
I don't need glamours anymore because I have glamours for all the classes I have planned to play between now and the end of this.
I mean, even if I do pick up Dark Knight, on the other hand, I really already have a glamour for it because I'll just use my Paladin glamour.
Mm-hmm. That helps a little bit.
A red ass sword.
That helps a little bit. Blue Mage, Gold Saucer, the Baldessian Arsenal, making glamours, decorating housing, RP rating, G posing, leveling all jobs, crafting, playing music on Bard, making machinist work. Machinist always gets shat on.
I know,
Also,
right?
housing on some servers for the lowest class in the value plot once cost 50 million gil. We won't be getting a house. That's all I know. I don't think I'll ever get a house in all the time I play this game.
Don't say that, Jimmy.
I will tell you this, though. Speaking of Machinist, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, hey, Espy, there you are. Now that I'm thinking about Machinist, I found out when I was buying the Makai Fists from Monk that there is there's a handgun. It's like a hand cannon, basically, for Machinists. It's not like the normal long barrel rifle thing that they keep on their back. It's an actual pistol, and that's awesome. Because, I mean, I'm cool with the idea of playing Machinist, and it's okay to have, like, a long rifle, but I prefer pistols in games like where I have to choose a type of gun to use. That is my gun of choice, is a pistol. So, it usually amounts to me being, like, really, really weak, but hey, man, it's okay.
I mean, pistols are a true man's weapon.
Do we have a Gunbreaker glamour yet? I can safely say no. I do not.
Do we have a Gunbreaker glamour yet? I'm working on it.
Yeah, fair enough. You gotta think of the church. Okay, well, we've tried to recruit people. Where'd you go, Espy? I saw you run off this way, I think. You gotta be here somewhere. Well, I'm gonna go see Alfie Note anyway, so... Gotta give him our scouting report. Did he say he'd be at the airship landing? Royal Promenade. Okay. Back to the Hustings Strip, then. It's a rifle you use like a pistol. Yes, exactly. And the glamour is, it basically is. It's a pistol. It's a pistol glamour. So that's what entices me. I know it's actually a rifle and everything, but it's the fact that it's a small arm, a small firearm. So, I mean, I would definitely try something different. I wouldn't be using pistols in every video game that I use firearms in for the stream throughs. I'd definitely try something different. But if I'm playing a self-insert, I would prefer using small arms, small firearms. So. Oh, my computer's making a noise. I was wondering what it was, but it's just my my disk drive. I think my disk drive is broken because it, like, I mean, I don't need it anymore, thankfully, but it, like, occasionally, like, you'll press the button and it doesn't do anything. Then, like, 3 weeks later, it'll open, like, 6 times in a row. And then it'll sometimes do this, where it's making a noise like it's reading a disk. There's no disk in it, but...
Your fucking disk drive is possessed by Satan.
Probably. Blue Mage just doesn't interest you. The only jobs that really keep you playing are the healers, so the only thing that'll make you pick up anything else will be new healers if they add Beastmaster. Or if they add Beastmaster. The rest just doesn't interest you anymore. Yeah, fair enough, Todd. Fair enough.
To be fair, I'm very interested in just all the classes in a nutshell, unless the ones that I tried already and have been generally too complex for me. Cough, cough, 4-minute rotations, cough, cough.
Oh, you talked to Yellow Moon and went to Sapphire Avenue. Okay, gotcha.
I'm not the biggest fan of classes with long-ass effing rotations.
The Alamegan Musketoon is basically a big flintlock pistol. Nice. We'll have to check that out too when we get there. It's a gun sized like a rifle. You just use it one-handed. Yes, you're right. It is. It's basically the size of a rifle, but you shoot it like one-handed, like a pistol, basically.
Can confirm
you're
Jimmy's
correct.
taking machinist, 100%. He wants to shoot shit. I mean, to be fair, I thought about taking machinist, but then I realized that latency is a thing that is too key for it, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah, I'm
Why do you
not
do this?
I'm not using a wired connection, so I'm not really sure if machinist will be a thing for me. So
Honestly, from what I understand about machinists, it's literally just you have a certain amount of time to crank out as much effing damage as possible, and then you're just up shit creek.
yep, you have 10 seconds to pump out as much damage as possible, and then you have to wait 50 seconds to pump out a modicum of damage after that. I mean, you can still damage things during the 50 seconds afterwards, but it's significantly reduced from the 10 seconds that you get. So,
Which makes it not as efficient for dungeon running, whereas something like, I don't know, Black Mage is just explosion. Unless it's not like that anymore.
I mean, personally, I've found the machinists that I've had in dungeons with me have done pretty good, because what they do is instead of focusing on those 10 seconds during random encounters, they only do that during boss fights when we're getting close to killing the bosses, and other than that, they just use AoEs on all the ads. So, I mean, that seems like it's not terribly bad. It's just... I guess machinist gets a bad rap, and that's all. Anyway.
Ah, damn it, I crashed again.
Oh, jeez.
That's twice now.
So 14 is crashing for you?
Yeah, 14 itself is crashing.
No, that's not good.
It's happened. It happens occasionally. So I'm not necessarily concerned. Oh, my back.
Okay, well, apparently Alfie Node's got... Yeah, I guess I am concerned by the Syndicate's involvement, because I was under the impression that this was just kind of... I know we had to get the money from somewhere, but did you really have to go to the Syndicate for it? All right, fair enough, Alfie. I mean, I'm not an accountant, so I can't really say one way or the other. Excuse me. Yeah, I doubt this would be within one person's power. Fair enough, I guess. Okay, I'll meet you back there. I'm still not convinced that this isn't going to end horribly, but oh well. Excuse me. A good machinist will generally line up all their cooldowns with their wildfire burst window, generally hit for 10k per wildfire. Nice! That is more damage than I have, well, I won't say I've ever done. It's definitely more damage than I've ever done in a single strike, but Monk is mostly about quick strikes rather than, and a lot of them, rather than doing large damage in a single hit. So.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
It's dumb, my lady.
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together.
Y'all gotta, secure your own borders after something like that, I guess.
Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
As long as someone can do the work for you, it's always a good thing. Meanwhile, in Samurai, you can casually direct hit crit for 45k.
Yet the grumbling continues.
That's
behind
obscene.
closed doors.
It really
Dar
is.
is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve.
Glad I'm not the only one with doubts
the
here.
inclusion of the finest soldiers of the three grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not...
Trust me, I've seen a really
cause
freaking good samurai firsthand. It's...
Does it not consider a significant proportion of its financial...
Have you ever seen a boss's health just,
that those
melt?
unprincipled
Melt,
worms
that's a good
forged
word.
This extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private...
Samurai's it. Samurai's fun to watch. I say watch very specifically because samurais are very solo-based classes. They don't really help out the party. They just kind of unmake the boss.
Right.
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them.
I would deem it unwise, especially since the Syndicate is probably going to be like exactly what Minfilia wanted to avoid, which is, well, now you owe us something because we funded this shit. We're going to end up with another Norg
As for
situation
their
here.
finances, full many
But who knows? That might spur us to finally acting about Olda's
profit a
corruption.
sizable sum. Their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies.
Because let's get real here, we just aren't really doing anything about
friends
this.
in this endeavor. I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
I didn't plan on betraying anybody. I'm literally just doing this as a favor to my friend. Just 2 of your normal combo moves on Samurai can hit for 10k, and Unmaking Things is for Black Mage with its Explosion 4. True, very true.
I suppose you're right.
Yes,
The
there is that, I suppose.
Samurai just melt things. They don't really
Allow
unmake.
people to change.
More
Whether we
specifically, the
will or
boss's
no,
health
the
bar.
events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands.
Yeah, I guess they do owe me their very existence, true, but... I mean, I can't express my doubts in-game because I'm an expressioning, like, I'm not silent as a protagonist, but I don't speak, quote-unquote. I mostly make gestures and people somehow understand my intent, so...
I mean, it works.
I can't voice my doubts, and
Can
even though I
that
have
be
them.
done about Kalechi?
I wish we could voice in general.
I have explored all.
I don't know, I feel like that'd be a lot of work for
Your
voice
Grace.
actors, though.
But as Uldan law now stands,
Maybe.
we lack
Not
the
necessarily.
evidence to convict him of any crime.
It all depends on how they do
Arrest
it.
him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
So don't arrest him. He's in the Cardinal Flats, right? Like that neutral ground that Frontlines is happening on. Just be like, hey, yo, this guy is trying to trespass on ground that's reserved for military exercises, and have the militaries go in and be like, yo, you're trespassing on ground that's reserved for military exercises. You need to stop your shit. And then he will obviously resist because he wants Omega, and then you just, arrest him, do whatever.
It still just aggravates me, honestly, more than anything, that this game just was like, hey, this is the one good guy in the entire syndicate. Everyone else is an asshole. And then the game just goes like, oh, hey, look, a U-turn. Oh, yeah, he's evil now. Except the entire syndicate is corrupted to its absolute core.
What
Fucking politicians.
How deplorable
Fucking
the mockery of justice!
Slightly richer than Jimmy people.
The Sultan is having a bad day.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
To everyone who says every Lalafell is evil, I give you this scene.
Have faith.
Please.
It is not over.
I don't know, man. This is still convincing me that Robon's a badass.
Robon is a badass. It doesn't matter how you put it.
Like I was already. I mean, I'm not questioning my loyalty to the Maelstrom. It's just that if I hadn't joined the Maelstrom, I'm now more convinced than ever that I would have been in the Immortal Flames because, yeah.
Robon's just a badass.
You can't watch
dude.
that scene and not be like, yeah, that's the guy I want as my general. Let's see, what did I miss in chat? Speak with thought. Unless you are Thylander, then you speak with the power of Thigh. Oh, Teleji isn't on the flats. He's trying to buy it. Ah, okay. The one good guy is Nanamo and Robon. Yeah. It's contested territory, so nobody owns it. Okay, got it. So yeah, I guess there isn't much they can do then in that regard. I don't need to go to the airship landing, right? Because we're going to the Rising Stones. All right. My return is back. Age notes. Nanamo is like 17. Also, Alfie Note is 14, 16.
Somewhere in between.
Middle teenager.
The Sultan is like, what the hell?
Okay. Let's go check in with Alphinaud then, since we can't really do much about the Sultana's small issue that she has with treason that she can't do anything about. This is why she was she went to the Sultan tree though the first time when we first saw her though, isn't it? Because she felt like she was powerless to the situation in her city. So she just went. I mean, she could just go out venturing and doing whatever she was doing before. Or she could be like Zelda and adopt a Sheik personality and just, you know, go silently assassinate Teleji and be like, I mean, I didn't do it. we could take her to Yugiri. Yugiri could teach her how to be a ninja. I just want to see Yugiri again, man.
Yugiri's a badass. Let's get real.
She's like she was the introduction to this game, elaborating on characters' backstories, basically, because with her story, everybody started getting more screen time.
And then Thancred just turned into a badass, and I don't understand.
He's 17 by the time Heaven's Ward rolls around. Ah, okay, gotcha. Sadly, she's not a fighter. Yeah. She didn't really seem like much of a fighter when we got her as a thing. I mean, that would have been pretty cool, but yeah, Yugiri is pretty good. Yeah.
I still want her outfit.
Probably.
Outfit is amazing.
Probably one of my favorites out of the new guard of characters we've seen since the patch content started. So. Yeah, Merweb is MVP in that scene from all the Sahagins she shoots to death.
Thancred got close, but then Merweb just showed up and just shot the one immortal Sahagin in the face.
I mean, everybody was kind of a badass in those scenes, really. So we all did our part. Other than Minfilia, who didn't fight, but I mean, that's fine and fair, I guess.
Did she really need to, though?
Not with all of us there, no, I guess she didn't. Oh, so you're actually going along with this plan, Minfilia. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I guess she's also doing it for a friend, but, you know. He probably does need some stuff, doesn't he? Let's go see what Slaftborn's up to. Can always count on him to find me something to do in the interims here. Merweb is pirate waifu. Well, I'm playing the self-insert character here, and there is only one waifu when I'm playing self-insert character, because it's
the houseplant.
Yes, it is the houseplant. Yes, it's established lore now. All we need is a wiki page to confirm that it's true. I don't expect to have a wiki page for this stream until we get significantly more lore, though. So.
Deepest lore.
Yeah, that. Minfilia is also not a fighter. People seem to assume that main character equals warrior sometimes. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there have to be some people who don't do the fighting. They do the behind-the-scenes stuff. And let the fighters fight. She is 99,999% useless. Leader, moral support, and a bureaucrat. Yeah, people, I guess, like you said, people kind of have to take up that job, so. You can't leave that job for just people off-screen. There has to be somebody to do that. I mean, I'm not the one doing it. I'm the one fighting, so. Well, the Scions said you might need some help with all the new recruits around. Oh, fair enough. That's what I'm hoping, Slaftborn. That's what I'm hoping. Uh-oh. Yeah, what's the problem? Of course there were brigands. Of course there were. Sounds like I have a mission to take on there after all, Slaftborn.
Ahem.
I'm right here, Slaftborn. I'm right here. You know you want to. Oh, okay, so they were shipping them from Camp Dragonhead to here. I'm actually kind of shocked that Ishgard is committing resources to Revenant's Toll. I figured they would keep to their own devices, but apparently not. I am. That's why I've been saying I'm right here. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Trouble just seems to find me, Slaffborn. I'm used to it. It's fine.
You're the hero of light, of course.
I got this. I sure hope so. So far, today's stream has pretty much just been like a world tour of all the people that we helped in the past, basically. Do we just go straight to Camp Dragonhead? Yeah, we're just going straight to Camp Dragonhead. Alright. Then let us teleport over there. It's not that far.
Zip zoom.
Pretty much. Only she knows how to fight. Is this a thing from 1.0? Doesn't even do that as Tadaru and Alfie do that. And that way ever since she was a kid who Thancred raised, if she is ever shown as being able to fight, or are you just told she was taught because being taught to and being able to are distinct? I don't remember, to be honest with you, if they ever told us that she's capable of fighting. I don't really know. I can't recall. Anyway, Lord Horsefant, good to see you again. Would that I could, my friend, but I've got a bit of a mission again. Yeah, I wish I could afford that kind of time, where I could just come in here to escape the biting cold and exchange pleasantries with an old friend. Yeah, it probably heralds the fact that I'm going to have a side quest or two to do here. Ah, okay, so now they start handing us the item level 110 armors here, so like the Nacht Circlet, the Gloam Coif. I think the Gloam Coif is the one that I need for Monk, actually, because it's item level 110, it's for Monk and Ninja and Samurai, level 50, and as you can see, it's it doesn't have direct hit rate, but it is better than the item level 90 armor set that I have from the level 50 Monk quests there, so... We got to start taking armor again, ladies and gentlemen. Can't just cheese... I mean, I could cheese it with the Ironworks set, but I'm trying to save my tomestones now so I can buy some Shire gear when we get to Heaven's Ward, so...
The incident with the new frontier hands?
Oh, they gave him a... Did he have a voice actor?
I have been following their
If he did, I forgot.
with no small amount of interest.
The only instance of Minfilia using any form of the power in her possession, which is thanks to the Echo, also includes straight immortalities when the Warriors of Darkness are defeated, when none are there to back her up, and in order to even get the Scions off the ground, she would need more than just honeyed words. Well, fair enough. I guess you need to have something other than that to rally behind, I guess. Assuming you think that she couldn't do that, we didn't have to fight anyone to recruit for the Crystal Braves, after all. I think I'm missing some context here, so I'll let you guys continue while I watch this cutscene.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil.
Okay, so this is the arm of the side quest where we're like, well, we already got the other 3 major city-states to commit resources to Mordana, so now we'll get Kurthus to do it too. Fair enough.
Right.
What's next? Having Mordana commit resources to it?
Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies or her debts.
Oh, you don't owe me nothing there, Lord
It was in a
Horsefant.
spirit
It's
of
fine.
gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed.
Indeed. And that's why I'm trying to investigate it. Debating whether Minfilia is capable of fighting but doesn't, or she just can't fight, has no training. Okay. I guess the part of context that I'm missing is like the Warriors of Darkness are defeated when none are there to back her up part, and the Crystal Braves thing. Yeah, I don't think we've seen anything with that yet. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Poor fortune, I say.
those don't ring a
Yet not
bell
without
to me.
precedent. If you would know
I mean,
the
I do
truth
have
of it,
a
these
bad memory,
incorrigible
but
villains grow more organized with each passing day.
yeah, they do seem
This
to be
unity of
encroaching on
purpose
us
we
there,
attribute
Lord
to their
Horsefant.
leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name.
I'm pretty sure I know who Lady Iceheart is there, Lord
What
Horsefant,
dreams
but
that the heretics
I get the
speak of
feeling we're going to have to do a
Iceheart
few
in
quests to
reverent
figure that
terms,
out.
And would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve.
Yeah, definitely who I think she is.
The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk
It's not
direct
Shiva.
confrontation
I don't
with
believe
the
you!
dragons. Some few of their number have
And in
been
about
sighted
2
not
streams,
far
I'll be
from
like,
us,
okay, I believe you!
and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
I'll go to Whitebrim Front. Okay. Yeah, I can hang out in the snow. I mean, this shirt is open, but...
Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons? It might be otherwise.
Yeah, we've had quite a few run-ins with dragons there, haven't we?
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long.
Well, I'll do the best I can to live up to your
Should
expectations
you learn
there.
aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
And that's all I could really ask for. Alright, cool. So, we take care of this, and Kurthus has pledged some support. Nice. Where in Whitebrim Front do we have to go there? Let's have a look. Oh, just straight out to the next town. Alright, let's ride, Confucius! Because by then, well known, when Minfilia started out with the Scion, she was a nobody, which of course includes heavy opposition by the time we recruit the Crystal Braves, well-known god killer. The bureaucratic stuff is not run by Minfilia, but run by Tataru and Alfie Note, along with the diplomacy. Minfilia is there for the sake of being there. I was under the impression that she had more of a role than that. Like, I was under the impression she had some form of role in the bureaucracy, but I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know.
Or maybe she does, and it's just not generally stated.
It could be a kind of an undertone thing, an under-hinted thing. For reference, the Scions were built by the OG Warrior of Light's group, the Path of the 12, which was a small and grouped around them and Minfilia, and the Archons, who were founded by Louis Soir. Oh, okay. So this is like 1.0 days. Okay. Gotcha.
I was under the impression that we just didn't talk about 1.0 days.
Is this in the city? Yeah, it's in the city. Okay. I mean, we can talk about 1.0 days because the ending cutscene from 1.0 is still one of the best cutscenes I've ever seen in a video game, mind. So.
Fair point.
Let's see. Probably upstairs. God, I gotta climb upstairs again. I always come to Kurthus and I'm like, wait a minute, why did I hate this place again? Then I have to climb upstairs and I'm like, oh, that's why. No, it's not that bad. I'm overstating it pretty much. Lord Drillmont, man, I haven't seen you in a long time too. The path was founded by her father. Ah, okay, gotcha. Serve zero purpose till Heaven's Ward. Well, then we'll be seeing her serve a purpose pretty soon. I hope. I think. Oh, good. Man after my own heart. Doesn't need no honeyed words, just say it.
Indeed.
Yeah, I always run into trouble there, Lord Drillmont, so... They've changed, huh? And how have they changed? You make it sound like a death cult or something, Lord Drillmont, which actually isn't all that far off, to be honest with you. Oh, okay, so there's a merchant in your infirmary that I can go chat with. Alright. Then I will go do that, Lord Drillmont. Thank you for the info. Can argue that for almost any character in the game. Condense the Scions in like 3 people. Are the others useless? Was it in all of Heaven's Ward? And you know why. Well, I won't make any blanket judgments until we actually get to the point where I can see what people can do. I like to give people a chance before I make those sorts of judgment calls, so we'll see. We'll see
Well, at the
once we
same
get
time,
there.
I guess Minfilia did really have a purpose before the Hero of Light showed up. She does have access to the Echo, and until, you know, your character existed, was the only one with the Echo in all of the Scions. So worst case, she's a face for them, and has access to the Echo when it's necessary.
I mean, if you want to get real technical about it, none of the characters in this entire MMO really existed before your character was created, because that's how the coding works.
Fair point.
The characters don't exist unless you're playing it, you know? And then they only exist in a virtual space. But that's I think, going a little too deep with it, so... Let's have a chat with this merchant. Yeah, that's the idea. I want to catch him, so... I felt a chill up the back of my neck. And then I got flung across the road. Damn. He was carrying crystals. Well, this is, man, I gotta tell you, though, if they really do pull it's actually not Shiva, this is just some random person who's stealing all of the things that a primal needs, and then Shiva just shows up out of the blue and is like, yoink! I'm gonna be super impressed. Return to Snowcloak, huh? Then I guess we need to figure out how to get to Snowcloak. Actually, I think Snowcloak is that one dungeon with that gentleman over here. Yeah, this is... I think this is Snowcloak right here, because this is the Stone Vigil. The fellow over here who I could play Triple Triad with. Speaking of which, let's play some more Triple Triad with this gentleman who we still haven't beaten yet. I forget if it's because he has 3-star cards, but... what'd you say?
You absolutely love your damn Triple Triad, don't you?
Well, no, I said I was going to play one round of it per stream, and I'm trying to hold fast to that, so...
I see.
Since we're running into somebody, I might as well. There's that chaos rule that I don't like again. I mean, I guess at least it's not Ascension.
It's chaos theory.
That's chaos theory. Gotta put that sharp inhale in there. Also, it's not chaos theory. No, I don't think he has 3-star cards. I think it's just because I sucked last time. He could take that with Behemoth, but then I could take Behemoth back pretty easily, I think. Yeah, just gotta take it on this side or this side. And I can take it very easily by doing that. Here we go. Let's stay ahead of him now. Well, he can't take this with Tonberry if I stick it here. And I could take this card. And as long as I can keep up the pace. No, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it safe. We're tied.
All I'm saying in all of this is Minfilia really did kind of have a purpose before your character showed up, and if anybody tells me that Todro didn't have a purpose, I will fight you until the end of time.
Perfect.
Nobody
Have
talks shit
that.
about my precious bean.
Okay, we won now. I can go home. Ooh, I got a card out. Oh, well, it's an exile card. I already have that, but that would have been the card that I didn't have out of him. That would have been nice, but well, I'm just glad I could beat you this time there, Jolot, because last time I was not so lucky. Excuse me. Good lord. Let's see. Okay, southwest of town. Let's ride again, Confucius. I should put on my little helmet too. I'm just catching up on chat there, so.
Ooh boy, shit is hitting the proverbial fan.
Okay, caught up. I'm just seeing if there's anything in the chat that I could add to. So if I don't say anything about what you're saying in chat there, it's just because I don't feel like there's anything I can add that would be productive, so. But I will read what you guys are saying. I think we found our destination, Confucius. Alright, ready for this? Ready for this interceptor? Let's see what we can do about this. Let me put my Fists of Fire on. I mean, I have them already, as you can see, but wow. I don't have any crystals for you. I gave them all to Hydaelyn. Whoops. Well, actually, that works out.
Damn, I just realized we're still carrying around those primal crystals.
Yes, we are.
Absolute storage spaces, my dude.
Gotta love the absolute storage space. It's the most convenient storage space you have.
primarily because it's built in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But he'll be here till Thursday, folks. Try the veal. And if you don't understand the joke, I'm sorry.
Do you want me to tell them?
No, you don't have to.
Aww.
I mean, if somebody directly asks, you can tell them, but
There's a lot of inside jokes in this stream, I just realized.
yeah, looking for heretics, trying to find them. Found 2. They're already dead, though.
Did you kill them? Is that why they're already dead?
Yes, that is why they're already dead.
Okay, then. So you just got on Monk and then Omae mo shinderu.
Kind of. They vanish into the cave system, or what? Or they're gonna come back and fight us in just a moment. Wonder if that's Iceheart. I thought I heard something with my superhuman hearing while my blindfold is on, but apparently not. Yes, I did glimpse a woman atop the cliff. I mean, maybe. I'm not the best judge of these things, so... Let me guess, this is going to fall to my hands again, isn't it? That's okay. It means there's a new dungeon for us to explore, even though it's an old dungeon, I guess, technically. Let's get out of here, Confucius. We'll go report to Lord Dromont and see what he wants to do. I'm just going to scroll up in chat. I'm going to try to autopilot this, so if you see me just making really small course corrections... Well, it's also to not step on people, but, you know. Tataru. So keeping what Charity does, and only a very tiny part of the entire story would change. Nobody listened early. No, according to the wiki, so that time period must have done diplomatic work. Other stuff that was useful there in respect. Field at the same time. They all work together because of Louis Swat first, then because of you. 5-year period with neither, unless you very easily. Yeah, link pearls are pretty convenient, aren't they?
They're like cell phones, except not.
Magical cell phones. Imperial Nuisance is that guy's nickname. Nice. So let's go have a chat with Lord Dromont. Was that Cole or Espy just flying by? Oh, that was you. Okay. Are you on the same quest as me now?
No. I'm way ahead of you.
Oh, I was gonna say, did I finally catch up? No. No, not quite.
Of course you didn't.
Oh, good. Good. Then I don't have to report too much to you. Well, it depends there, Lord Dromont. I mean, your men are usually, what, like around level 45? Those heretics are level 50. If they have a tank and a DPS in there, you guys don't stand much of a chance. I mean, you could probably seriously maim them, but without a large group, it doesn't really work. Oh, okay, so the provisions are gone. For now. Okay. Because we will send a team in there, and then we'll find out that it's too much for us to handle, and we'll call on you again to go in there yourself.
Because of course.
That's actually probably how it's going to go. And you know what? I'm okay with it, because I don't mind. I mean, I haven't heard horror... I've heard horror stories about Aurum Vale before we went into Aurum Vale, but I haven't heard any horror stories about Snowcloak, so... Matter of fact, I haven't heard any stories about Snowcloak, so it, I don't anticipate it being that bad. Hi, Cole. Bye, Cole.
Alright.
Just speed on by like I'm playing Top Gear. Drifting around corners. Top Gear's OST was really good, though.
It really was.
I know it was only like 10 songs, but it was really good 10 songs. And no, I'm not talking about the TV show. I'm talking about the Super Nintendo game, in case anybody is unfamiliar with the Super Nintendo game. Oh, hey, look, Rock respawned again. He was here this morning when I was doing my fates, my stuff for the Icatl 9, and somebody was fighting him. It was like a lone archer in their chocobo, and their chocobo was only capable of choco regenning, so I was just like, oh, okay. I switched to Scholar and casually gave them a 1500 Galvanize.
Oof.
I was like, you're good. Oh, hey, look, speaking of Omega, there he goes now. I guess that guy beat him. Now we don't have to do it.
What? Wait, what?
Somebody just ran past on an Omega mount and then looks like a Blue Dragon mount. Although I think the Blue Dragons in this game are on 2 legs, so...
What a fucking show off.
Purple Dragon, then?
Mid-travel just to style on people.
Kind of look like the dragon from the Final Fantasy V logo, actually.
I see.
Snowcloak is very resident sleeper. Would not recommend blanket and pillow for it.
And the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
Yeah, it was a little grim and bloody. But
you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Not much. There might be a lady that lives in Snowcloak or, has taken up residence there, but that's all I know.
And this transpired at Snowcloak?
Did.
Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate.
I saw all the ice that's
So
over there.
inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order.
So he's talking about surveying the area in its entirety, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what I could see Lord Horshfant's voice actor doing? Being a voice on a nature documentary, like a Planet Earth or something like that. I would watch that show.
Your brain's fucking random.
We still know far too little of this.
Of some actual low shit.
That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority. And no small measure of charisma.
Maybe she was an adventurer of some import before she became Snowcloak's master.
As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown
Ishgard
beyond
only
my
became
personal
snowy and cold
purview.
after the calamity, by the way.
I am
Okay.
to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion.
No key, we just Falcon Punch Shiva and the place becomes a tropical night. All tropical and shit again.
Somehow I doubt that's
Given
going to
the growing
happen.
reports that
Look, I'm not saying that
Ixara
wouldn't be
has
great. That would be great.
It would be pretty good.
They can be relied upon to take appropriate action.
It'd be really hard to do in an MMO, though. But
Be cool.
Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche.
well,
On
I'm
the
glad
matter
I
of the
could help.
stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Always appreciated, Lord Horshfant. Always appreciated. The efforts you go. Okay, so I'm assuming then we need to go back to... oh no, that's... I was like, wait, why do we have to go to the Gold Saucer? But no, we don't. We have to go to Slathborn. And my return is back. Cool. See you, Lord Horshfant. I'm sure I'll be back later. We still have to fight Shiva at some point, so I'll be back when she becomes
An actual threat.
available. I don't even know that Shiva's going to be in Kurthus, though, but I would assume so.
Considering the fact that the place is buried in snow, I would not be at all
What
surprised.
was the second primal in Ul'dah, though? Did we fight the second primal in Ul'dah? I don't think we did. Because there was Ifrit.
Let's see, what have we killed so far and where have
So
they
Titan
been?
and Leviathan were Limsa.
Okay.
Garuda... I think Garuda was actually technically Kurthus?
I think, yeah, but I think it was plaguing Gordania.
Ramu is Gridania. So, I mean, I guess Garuda can technically be considered Gridania. And then Ifrit is Ul'dah. The King Mogglmog was also technically Gridania, although he wasn't a primal. I can't think of anything. There's only one primal in Ul'dah. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. That's why we haven't fought a second one.
There's only one primal in Ul'dah. Lucky bastards.
I was assuming there was 2 in each region, pretty much. Well, better than expect. Oh, there's that behemoth! I guess somebody else tamed it.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad he didn't just go run off and do crazy shit. Yeah, they're sending you a new shipment, so. Probably Slaftborn, but that's what all these adventures are here for, so. And, you know, what you're here for. Okay, so we gotta take this Gloam Quaff so that I can become a Persona protagonist again. Except, you know, I'm not gonna. I'll equip them in an inn later when it's actually important, so. Brave new companions, huh? Alright, let's check it out. Auroral Quaff, Daystar, and Evenstar. I think Auroral is not for me, though, right? Yeah, that's Archer, Bard, and Machinist. Okay. So the stuff that I'm looking for is the Daystar stuff. That's for White Mage, Scholar, and Astrologian. So we'll make sure we grab that when we're doing this. Oh, the inaugural ceremony for his grand company, huh? Well, yeah, Tataru's probably flustered because Alphino tried to con her into paying something for it. Oh boy, here we go. Let's go see what Tataru needs. Oh, there goes Espy. Probably in the same general area of quests as I am at this point. Even for comic relief, that's Hildebrand's job. Oh, okay.
What the hell is a Hildebrand?
We're gonna find out.
I've been asking that since the fucking day you mentioned it.
We're gonna find out because we're gonna be doing the Hildebrand quest line.
Is Hildebrand just like the comic relief of Heavensward? Like the rest of Heavensward is so dark, crippling, and depressing. They just somehow managed to turn it all light and gray.
Well, actually, the Hildebrand questline was introduced in the patch content between Realm Reborn and Heavensward, if I remember right. And then they did more quests for it in the patch content between Heavensward and Stormblood, and then they did more quests for it in the current patches between Stormblood and Shadowbringers. I think. I could be wrong, but yeah, we're definitely doing that quest line, at least through the level 50 quest for this particular instance. So, oh, you're a bit ahead? Okay, gotcha. It's an optional quest line. Yep, and we will be going through it. I know why I want to go through it, but I'll tell you why that is. I mean, I was told by Rock and Fun that it's a really good quest line, and it's almost required reading when you're playing 14, so that was the reason enough. But there's another reason when I was researching it. I don't know anything about the actual quest, but I do know one of the bosses that you fight during the Hildebrand quest line, and it's a good plus for me. We'll say that much. The Outlandish Man will start the quest chain for the Crystal Tower raids. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, if we go into Crystal Tower at any point, I'll check that out. I'm trying to kind of parse as many side quests as I can going forward, because if I start doing all the side quests in the patch content, we'll never get to Heavensward, so, you know. Tataru, what's going on? Sure, I guess. Oh, there's uniforms to hand? Okay, fine. Feel like a friggin' middle school basketball coach. Here's your uniform, kid. Now, where's your friends? Oh, they went to detention because they did bad things in class today. They were throwing pencils at the teacher's head.
The shittiest school I've ever been to. It's almost like I'm back in elementary school again.
Da-dum-ts. It's very funny unless you hate slapstick, then it's only kind of funny. Well, thankfully, I grew up on slapstick. I watched a ton of Looney Tunes when I was younger, so I will probably die laughing.
Also fan.
And
Tom and Jerry.
Yes, Tom and Jerry, too. Yeah, that's not Looney Tunes, so...
I know,
I'm trying really hard to not spoil myself on the Hildebrand questline, because I know it's going to be hysterically funny. It will probably be on level with the first time we did the platforming gate in the Gold Saucer. Like
that was pretty good.
Like that was comedy gold so far on this stream, so that it's probably going to top that. We'll see.
That was comedy gold if for no other particular reason of my screaming.
And my screaming. We were both screaming, so.
We were both very angry that day.
I wasn't angry. I was laughing at you, so I had no
Why the
reason.
hell are you laughing at me? I finished before you.
I know.
Somehow.
Because I was just fucking around trying to find all the statues, and I was like, oh, I guess I don't really need those. So then I finished. But it was really fun. If you haven't seen that episode, it was literally an entire episode of us going to the Gold Saucer and just dicking around. It was really funny. We just we didn't get a chance to go to do Lord of Verminion or Chocobo Racing. Oh, excuse me, Confucius, because you had to leave the Gold Saucer to get the Chocobo Racing thing, and Lord of Verminion was in the same spot as Chocobo Racing. So we just said, we'll come back later, and we still haven't come back yet, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully.
Yep. Because I have yet to unveil the other Chocobo name that I have thought of that Cole will probably not like.
I'm just thinking about it.
Well, thank you for signing your name to the cause. Here's your uniform. I sure hope so. I hate to not have faith in Alphinode, but I still don't see this going anywhere but south. So, I wonder if there's anybody up here that needs a uniform. Yes, there is. I need to give some to Laurentius. I can't tell if these are NPCs or players that are all making the same gesture. That's pretty great. They're just standing still as a statue up here. What do you see? Nothing. Should we go and look in a different place? No. We have to stay here and remain vigilant. Those are NPCs. Ah, okay. Gotcha. No one escapes the saucer. Yeah. You may think you've escaped, but you're only going to end up back there, so... And he's mimicking them, too. Oh, you just earned some brownie points with me there, Laurentius, so... I've got no faith in anyone ever. I should introduce you to Todd. I think you two would get along. Also, I think Confucius, get down from there! I know you're... Come on, man. I know that you're trying to be cute, and it's working, but... Fine. Hang on. Stay there. There you go, buddy. This crazy chocobo.
Aggro's a much gooder boy. Only slightly.
Yes, but does Aggro have deepest lore?
I mean, he fell off a cliff and I re-mechanized him.
Have we seen that yet, though? Have we seen mechanized Aggro yet?
No, we have not.
If not, you should come to Revenant's
Because you
Toll.
and me have been, like, far as fuck apart in the story and in general.
Yeah. You should come to Revenant's Toll so you can show everybody mechanized Aggro.
Possibly.
Confucius does what he wants. He pretty much does, yeah. He don't need no shit from nobody. He's a chocobo philosopher. He can do what he wants.
He's strong. Oh god, I couldn't even finish my own sentence.
Oh, there he goes. See, like we said, he does what he wants. He just left. He withdrew from battle because he felt like it. We're not even in a fight, and he withdrew.
0 fucks given. Best chocobo.
I love Confucius. He's such a good boy.
Also, Jimmy, I just got to the next dungeon.
He can't replace Interceptor in my heart, but Confucius is still... He's still a good boy. They're both such good boys.
Did you hear me, Jimmy?
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I was busy petting my dog.
I just got to the next duty roulette dungeon.
Oh, okay. Cool. I should be there next stream, probably. Sorry.
So you and me are playing this entirely differently. I'm playing through reading to relatively quickly and still enjoying the story, but wanting to get on with it. And you are like, you play video games like you drive.
Mm-hmm. I do. That's the funny thing, is that when I drive like your grandpa. I drive super slow when I'm driving in order to maintain my safety. I mean, I don't drive like below the speed limit or anything, but I usually drive at or just above the speed limit. Depending on weather conditions, I will reduce my speed. Like if I'm driving in rain, I will reduce my speed by 5 miles an hour from what the speed limit says because safety. So it's funny because I drive the same way I play video games. So
it's actually infuriating.
Okay, halfway done with these uniforms. Well, true. That's a good point. He did just go, fuck this shit, I'm out. He did. Exactly. Like I said, he does what he wants, man. I can't stop him.
Strong, independent Chocobo that don't need no man or woman. It entirely depends.
Yeah, I don't know what his affiliation is there for his gender identity, Cole. So
Probably best if we don't know.
we'll leave that as a mysterious part of the deepest lore. I didn't realize our uniforms would be voluminous. There's your SAT word for the day. I haven't repaired this whole stream. Let's repair. I probably don't need much. We haven't done much fighting, but yeah.
We haven't done much murder.
I mean, I've probably killed a few heretics, but I mean, they were practically dead anyway, so. Yeah, there is a lot of hustle and bustle, isn't there, Rial? Here, we've got a uniform for you. Yeah, make some adjustments to that collar. We don't want that cutting off the blood circulation there, man. That's no good. Where could the other two be? I'm willing to bet they're probably... Well, there's at least one up here. There we go. Well, I'm glad you've been inspired. Have a uniform. Oh, good. Alright, now the last one, which is always the hardest one. Where haven't we looked yet? We've looked back there. We've looked up here. See if I can get a lay of the land here. Ah, okay. I see. How do I get over there? I mean, I could drop down, but... Still can't wait to get your greedy little hands on Gunbreaker for another tank. See, that's one of the debates that I have in my head sometimes when I'm trying to figure out, like, you know how I said I change weekly in terms of my the class that I want to play? I have that debate weekly when I'm like, well, you know, maybe I want to play a tank. But then I think about it and I'm like, well, there's going to be a perfectly good tank job that's going to be coming up in Shadowbringers that's new to the whole thing. Granted, I won't play Shadowbringers for probably several months, if not years, but it probably will be like I'm figuring the way I see it, that if I, you know, when I was to come back to this game, it would kind of be like a once every like 8 months to a year type of a deal, and then play another expansion. So, got to give them the opportunity to keep developing stuff. You know what I mean? So. Pay our way for another month or two and see what else we can do with it.
And now that I have literally nothing else to do, now that I'm on the next dungeon thing, I guess I should do my dailies.
You should do your dailies, yes, because you said you needed to get the ironwork set, right?
I'm just waiting.
Ah, okay.
In all honesty, I am literally just waiting at this point because I get the feeling I'm going to be a lot less bored with this. A lot less bored than I am than once I get my hands on fucking Dark Knight. But no, I have to wait till... Sorry, I lost my temper there for a moment.
I wonder where they're going to stick the Gunbreaker job quest. Cause
hopefully not behind patch content.
Yeah, because like that's something that they attempted to correct in Stormblood. Was that they stuck the job classes, the job quests, not behind patch content like Machinist and Astrologian and Dark Knight. So I wonder if they're going to keep up that trend or what they're going to do with it. I don't know. You'll be able to pick up Gunbreaker at 60 in Gridania once Shadowbringers launches, or 5 days early if you pre-ordered. Ah, good to know. I will not be playing by the time Shadowbringers launches. This stream,
probably will.
Cole probably will, so he'll probably pick it up and tell me how it is. But this stream is it's a vertical slice, really. It's a cross section of whatever I can get done in with Final Fantasy XIV. I said originally 75 streams or less, but it's probably going to end up being 76. Once my subscription in April runs out, that will be it for now. And I'm not saying I will not. I most likely will reapproach this game in the future, and then I'll just, like I said, play one expansion and the patch content in between, depending on where we end off with this first vertical slice. But I have a lot of other games that I have suggested to me and games that I'd like to play, so I'd like to play a few of those, then we can come back. So I have met the rest of the recruits. I'm surprised we got 8. I think I only got 4 myself, so... I don't want to doubt our new group of people there, Alfino, but are you sure they're elite warriors? Oh, you thought of a name. Oh, here we go. This ought to be good. Okay. Then let's have a listen and see what Alfinode's new grand company will be.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea.
Confucius is the only elite here, yeah.
From this moment forth, I declare you crystal braves.
Oh, that's where that
Let us
came
mend
from.
this
Okay.
fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
See, I guess it's fortuitous that you guys were talking about Crystal Braves earlier, because here it is.
Whether it be the beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus, does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed.
Man, way to say the government sucks, Alfino. Jesus.
Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Yeah, I kind of like Till Sea Swallows All a little better. Sounds more appropriate to the Grand Company, you know. That's why I specifically am there along with everyone else. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur.
He's already got a big enough head, Minfilia. Don't swell it even more.
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
I mean, again, I think the intentions here are good. I don't see the execution working, but I've yet to see it happen, so we'll see. I'm here for you for what it means there, Alfino, until we reach the end of this road, inevitably. Okay, that takes care of that.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of work to do. I'll say that much.
I'm listening.
Excuse me.
Are you dying, Jimmy?
No,
Your
just
worst
yawning.
fears are confirmed.
Me too, man.
The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension.
Well, I guess the Isle of Baldesion is gone, but again, I'm pretty sure the students aren't
Truly?
all gone.
Kryl is alive?
Yep, there we go.
Thank the 12.
She probably had Urian J on that, didn't
Pray,
she?
inform me if her condition
Or
changes.
whoever she's calling.
Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger.
Wonder who she had on the job then.
My thanks. I shall contact you anon.
Maybe one of her friends that we don't know.
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
I mean, if you wanted to regain consciousness, you could just give her that tree branch the Caliph gave her at the 3/4 mark of Final Fantasy V.
Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party.
Okay,
It
and what'd they
appears
say?
the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
I mean, unless Bahamut somehow broke out of the coils, I don't see why they wouldn't be.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Nah, she needs to take a coffee break. It's a long coffee break, but, you know.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin's silence portends naught but ill, I fear.
Probably right. To be fair, Ul'dah is ruled by a greedy merchant. Potatoes, Limsa is literally a pirate city. Gridania is literally tree huggers, so said trees don't murder them to death. And Ishgard is religion taken to 255, which is way too overboard. Yeah, I guess they all have their own fair share of problems, don't they?
At least Gridania is not as completely fucked. As long as they keep hugging the trees, they don't die. They don't have to worry about evil merchant potatoes destroying the entire world for the sake of profit.
The problem is that they can't stop hugging those trees or the trees will kill them.
To be fair, it could be worse.
I mean, I guess,
Like I
but
said,
that means
evil
they can't do
merchant
anything.
potatoes.
So. Funny thing is, we actually know exactly what happened to the Isle of Val thanks to Eureka. Oh, okay, so Eureka was on the Isle of Val then? Or is it just a part of the storyline? Okay, so we need the Daystar Circlet.
Easy pummel.
Let's grab that. And like I said, I'll equip all this stuff and glamour it for my Scholar and Monk later. It's not that critical for right now. As long as I do it before the next dungeon, we should be okay. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away... Oh, Eureka is the Isle of Val. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense, then. Feels like they're combining their properties there, though, because Val was Final Fantasy V. Was that the castle that Galuf and Cryo lived in 5? I forget, but Eureka is a Final Fantasy III thing. I mean, whatever. No big deal. Just... I get the feeling Lord Hirschfont is going to find out firsthand just who Ice Lady is. Iceheart. If not firsthand, he's gonna feel the cold wind that she's blowing. Just don't stand out in it for too long, Lord Hirschfont. Diamond Dust is a very powerful spell. I would assume this Gandalf/Ramu looking gentleman is like the King of Ishgard, maybe? Or the Pope?
Gandalf slash...
That's what he looked like to me.
I know, it's just, I think it's funny the way you said it.
I mean, hell, if he didn't have a beard, he'd practically be Primarch Dysel. Oh, okay then. That could be a very large problem. Yeah. So when are we packing our bags and going to Ishgard? Because we need to beat the Ascian out of that guy.
We need to beat the... That's a new one.
Thanks, I just thought of it. Eorzea defended. Let's keep going. Traitor in the midst. Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going hard.
Let's see, which one are we getting here? We are looking for... What are the Astrum arm guards good for? Lancer and Dragoon. Okay, well, that's not me. I'm getting Gloam Bracers. And again, unfortunately for me and the fact that I chose Monk, the Gloam set looks just, from what I've seen in pictures of it, it just looks ugly. It's like this weird, like, it looks like the kind of thing you'd see on one of those really out there fashion shows. Like, I don't know. It just looks really, really weird to me. I haven't put it on in game, but I'm fairly certain it looks kind of gross. Eureka is also the name of a primal that made a ball that gives people high stress and PTSD. Oh. So now they're combining even more properties because I'm assuming that ball is Ozma. But that's the only ball I know in the Final Fantasy series anyway. Well, that would probably be the Echo telling you that there's a grave danger ahead of us, Minfilia. Or you've read the plot summary.
Most likely the second one.
I mean, how would she have access to the internet, though?
Link shell.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I sure hope so. We have little to do but send you on a few more side quests. Even though they're main quests. You know what I mean. Okay, yeah, what's up with the Crystal Braves? I figured it would be a strong, difficult undertaking. So you want me to go and help him out, huh? Okay, I'll go see what he needs, I guess. Let's see. I think he's right here in the Rising Stones, though. He's probably with the rest of the recruits, whom I'm fairly certain are also here. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Yep, a few of our recruits are still here, so... if not all of them. So, Alfie Node, how's the commander life treating you? Be concise, yeah, I gotcha. I'm here to do some side quests, Commander. Hit the nail right on the head. Ozma is said ball of stress and PTSD, even just a 5-year-old video for the music that plays for that fight. The single comment that just says Ozma in capital letters with spaces between each letter. Oh, that's funny. Well, Ozma has been a significant... has caused a significant amount of stress and PTSD, even all the way back to the game that he was in. If you didn't do the friendly creatures side quest in there, he practically just destroyed your party with a 9,999 damage Doomsday. Actually, no, that's not true. You can absorb the darkness elemental damage that Doomsday does in Final Fantasy IX, but if you don't do the friendly creature quest, Ozma also absorbs it. So he heals himself every time he uses Doomsday for 9,999, and he has no charge time. In Final Fantasy IX, he gets his turns one after the other, with no waiting whatsoever. So you need a special kind of strategy to beat him. I mean, I guess I'm kind of overshooting it. It's not that bad. He only has like 55,000 HP, which is a fair amount in Final Fantasy IX, but it's not significant, you know. I think he has 55,000. I'm not 100% sure about that. Admittedly, I've never played 9, but I have seen the Ozma fight. It's we're gonna have fun with that one. That's gonna be like a whole stream job.
Why does the name Ozma sound familiar and just trigger absolute negative feelings?
It's the marble from Final Fantasy IX, the giant marble that spins. Yeah, that. He's in 14 too, twice actually.
We need to kill him violently.
I think twice, because there's Ozma and then Proto Ozma, I think.
You can't hear it, but I'm screaming right now.
Internally. Okay,
we
need to go speak with
to
Ilberd,
torture
alright.
him.
Let's see what Ilberd needs here. I was told to seek you out from Alfie Node there, Ilberd.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you?
Well, I was told to help you out with from the commander there, so.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us?
Indeed. It's kind of the thing I do for a lot of people.
Indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
You need an unbiased third party, huh? That sounds like my job through most of this game so far. Do you want to speak somewhere in private? We could go to the Solar, if that makes any difference.
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Okay. Won't leave my, once it goes in my ears, it ain't coming out.
We received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies.
Excuse me. A Garlean agent? That's
Following
not
some
good.
discreet inquiries, we identified
You'd
a
think the
suspect
Empire would
of
have learned their
immortal
lesson by now.
flames, whom we detained for questioning.
They probably put somebody in the Immortal Flames to keep an eye on the rebellion.
Alas, the man was not our agent.
Or not.
He was but one of
Mayhaps.
many
Who
men
knows?
agents employ.
Ah, okay, so he's got a few little birdies, huh? Meanwhile, in 14, Ozma has a few million HP, 4 forms, and there's 3 Ozmas. There's normal Ozma, Proto Ozma, and the mount version known as Demi Ozma. So at least you can make Ozma your bitch. I feel like you just ride around on that thing, and it would just trigger anybody who's done the fight as you ride past them. Excuse me.
I can see it.
They'd just be like, I don't know what just happened, but I felt a grave sense of foreboding.
I don't know what just happened, but why do I suddenly feel like violently stabbing the nearest thing?
The ivy, huh? That's...
He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the immortal flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago and gradually recruited others to his cause.
Maybe this Ivy person has something to do with that guy that shot the
These
arrow.
conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself.
Right.
It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
Well, I hope you're wearing work gloves for that, because that can get a little prickly.
Now,
So what would you have me do?
much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste.
Okay.
Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea.
Oh, they were having a war of succession off-screen. Okay.
When it does, we can ill afford
Did we hear
to have
about that? I
traitors
feel like
in
we
our
heard about that,
midst.
but a while ago.
The ivy must be rooted out now.
Also, one mistake on Proto Ozma, and you pretty much need to restart the entire 2-hour dungeon to get another attempt at killing it. That's gross.
We must begin by apprising General Robot.
Violent screaming.
I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly.
Okay. Can
Assuming
do.
the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway. And if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Well, I usually walk into things unprepared, and it certainly seems to have worked out most of the time so far. Alright, so we're heading to the Hall of Flames, then. I guess I could just teleport straight to Ul'dah from here, but let's go outside first. I don't know why we're going outside to do it, but it feels like I shouldn't do it indoors almost, you know? Be out in the open air where the static electricity you can just kind of, you know, go wherever. I don't want to return to Revenant's Stall. I do want to go to the Steps of Nald. You also need 55 other people for each attempt, and if any of them fucks up one mechanic, it can kill 16 to 24 people in one shot, pretty much killing the run outright. That, again, sounds like absolute hell.
Let's look at that. Let's not fight Ozma.
Yeah, we're not fighting Ozma.
Nope.
I will fight Ozma in 9, but we will not fight Ozma in this game.
I feel like you'd regret fighting him in 9 more than you'd regret fighting him here. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, that's why I'm fighting him in 9, because I know that if I didn't fight him in 9, I'd be missing out on an important part of the game. So
Important my ass. That's just giving yourself an excuse to give yourself PTSD.
what, from a super boss? I don't get PTSD
Yes.
from those. I mean, in this game, yeah, because he's a super boss in an MMO, so they have to make him artificially difficult. So, anyway. Well, I don't know that he's artificially difficult. I would assume so, though, if he can kill 1/3 of your party in one shot, which destroys your run and makes you go back 2 hours. Waste 2 hours of your time, so... I've heard about some rumblings there, General, and I came to confirm them myself.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Guess they've got a little history, huh?
But look at you, the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
I guess news travels fast around here.
Not many. But fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Sounds like we might need to stop at Miss
both
Modi's
come
and get a
far,
pint
have
before
we
we
not?
continue with this conversation. Hate to interrupt this nostalgia trip, but
Gilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention.
yeah, some of us were in the Cartnell Flats with the world hanging in the balance as we knew it.
As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
Damn, that's impressive.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother. Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
See, like, these are all just points in General Robon's favor. For me.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
That's a good thing I'm not a paladin, otherwise I'd literally be doing the quest that you did to kill 1,000 people. Because I'm pretty sure that's what the Shonen Tournament arc is for in the paladin quest line. I could be wrong, though. Regular Ozma,
Why do they just
thankfully.
refer to it as that?
I'm pretty sure that's what it's colloquially referred to as in the community.
The Shonen Tournament arc?
Yeah. Regular Ozma, thankfully, is nowhere near as unforgiving, just has 3 forms, doesn't hit nearly as hard, and fucking up one mechanic will only kill the one who fucked up the mechanic. Ah, okay, fair enough. Robon's one of the richest people in all of Eorzea, and he's known as the Bull of Alamigo. See, I didn't really peg him as a rich dude. I pegged him as more of like a war general, but I suppose those aren't mutually exclusive.
But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway.
Back to the business at hand.
I have tidings.
We're going to speak in code now.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
Fair enough, that makes sense. What'd you say? I couldn't hear ya.
So it is we who have been compromised.
That's what we're thinking.
Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil.
At least it's not a fistful of nickels. I mean, they'd probably slit their mama's own throat for him.
God
If
damn
this
it.
snake has truly been in our midst for as long
How do
as
I
you
know
say,
that?
we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first?
I mean, do they serve to make money from the Empire? Because if that was the case, you should have known the answer a long time ago.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime.
Robon, where you're currently at in the story, has survived 1 calamity, 4 wars, been jailed twice, and got poisoned and survived. That, you know what? I would expect that from General Robon. He's just that kind of a badass.
It does me well to see you.
You figured you would have joined the Immortal
When next
Flames.
we meet, let it be
I gave
over
it some
a flagon
thought.
of ale.
I gave it a lot of thought. It was the one I was going to think
I
about
look
joining other
forward
than the
to it.
Maelstrom, but
Let us reminisce of bygone days.
I'm in the
and drink to
Maelstrom,
the
so I ain't
future
going out.
Of our homeland.
I've made my mark. So. Plus, it's not like me being in the flames would have changed what's going on right now anyway.
I know.
The
Just would have been
flames,
infinitely more badass.
I guess it would have made it a little more personal, but eh.
Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up.
Have any aspirations for being a Crystal Brave general there, Ilberd?
Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Hey, no problem. Didn't have anything better to do anyway. And with Shadowbringers, if he survives that, it'll mark 5 wars and 2 calamities. I'm not shocked. These are the right ones, right? Yes. Yes, these are the ones we need. I'm going to need to, like... These don't have materia slots, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need to find something with direct hit rate before long, because I get the feeling this armor is not going to have it. Does the Ironworks set have direct hit rate? Let's find out. Yes, some of it does. I don't know that all of it does, but some of it does. Okay. So, Ilberd, what would you have me do next? Back and forth. Fourth spelled with a U. Okay, Daystar Gloves is what we're getting this time. Apologies for the gunshots in the background. My parents are watching a movie upstairs. Yep, so let's see what we're going to do. Okay, so I guess we're going back to the Rising Stones, so we can talk to Alphinaud about it. Is my return back? Yeah, it's back. I checked it when we were over there. So, but before I go, let me just make sure. Yeah, we are going back to Alphinaud. Okay, then let's head back. And then we'll head forth, because that's where it's pointing us towards, according to the quest's title.
Forthwith.
Oh, excuse me. Alright. Actually, I just thought of something. When we get in here, I'm going to check on it. Just thought of it when I was thinking about us playing Triple Triad not that long ago. I realized I don't know how many cards I have. 39. So if we get 21 more new cards, I will be able to put as many 2 stars in my... Or no, it's 3 stars. I'll be able to put as many 3-star cards in my deck as I want. Because once it gets to 60, you can do that. I don't know when or if that's going to happen, but... I could have used my money from the gold saucer instead of using them to buy these fists. I could have used them to, I don't know, buy some of the cards, but I felt like this was a better investment. So. Uh-oh. What happened, Alphinaud? Oh jeez. Sounds like our trader knew what we were up to. Of course you don't have the time. They gotta give me some reason to do this. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. I trust you're willing? Of course you are. You've got nothing better to do. Alright, so we gotta go to the Tangle. So let's head to the Tangle then. I'm gonna need Confucius's help for this one, though. Because if anybody knows how to handle a hostage situation, it's him. By, you know, Choco kicking people in the face.
Choco kick.
Pretty much. Merweb's pistols are named Death Penalty and Executioner. They had to put Death Penalty in here somewhere, didn't they?
That's fucking metal as hell.
That's cool, though. Merweb is a badass, too, the Admiral. It's just, I don't know. I would be hard-pressed to tell you whether Merweb or Admiral Merweb or General Roban is the bigger badass. I don't know which one I would be. If I had to choose between them, it might be a difficult choice. That's what I'm saying. I'm so very close to getting Monk to level 54, and then these Nixes won't bother me anymore, but currently I'm just barely shy of it, and we don't need any more experience for Confucius since we already got the 100 kills for this week. So, at least until the next stream, I think, because next stream it should be reset, if I recall correctly. Oh, they took there. That's not good. Let's get my helmet on. Not much of a helmet, but, well, you know. Let's do one of these. You're already in attack stance. Good. Good, because that's exactly where you need to be. Get out of here, mud puppy. I have a... Oh, no, they didn't take Allian. She's surveying things. Okay, well, I'm going to save my off GCDs. I might need them. There we go. What's the status there? What would they be? Private? 4th unit? I don't know. Okay, yeah, what's the situation? They took Resh to their castrum. Uh-oh. Okay, that's where I come in, so... Okay, I guess they're gonna help us too. Fair enough. Alright, no time to waste then. Wonder how they feel about me bringing Confucius here and Confucius just being like totally decked out in friggin' Maelstrom gear. They're like, shouldn't you be wearing Crystal Braves colors? About that. Yugman, how's it going? Been lurking a little bit because you're busy, but man, been spoiling things left and right. Also got said pistols from the last Pirate King. Said Pirate King also having done the deed to Nanamo's mom the day before her mom got married to her dad. So yeah, not the best stuff. Jesus. I wonder if this Hoplomachus will leave me alone if I just keep running.
Probably not.
I mean, I'm all for just beating my way into here, but, well, you know. Maybe I'll get enough experience to get to 54. It's not that these guys won't bother me anymore at 54, but, whoops, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. Get that steel peak! Bah! I don't think that Fortis is going to help you there, friend. Stuck still as a statue. Yeah, that Fortis is not going to help you in the afterlife either. Alright, so maybe if I bear left a little bit here, we can avoid a few of the patrols. I'm not looking to avoid all of them, but... Deparalyze me? No, doesn't look like it. Cool. Get the feeling if we keep following this Vanguard, we'll get to exactly where we need to be. But I've followed him long enough, so let's just, Nice. Get back here! Person's running from you, so now you can deal with me. Or you could go back to your posts? Question mark. Confucius has got it. And your last mistake was paying attention to my chocobo instead of me. Best punching is Moogle punching. Looking at you, Mog. I unfortunately did not get the Mog fists out of the Good King fight. I can't say that I would have used them during if I had gotten them during the fight, but yeah. I mean, I probably would have used them if I had gotten them out of the fight. I probably would have used them during the month of February, if nothing else, but for the fact that it was Valentine's Day. So, oh, now there's 6 cohorts. Come on.
Having a bad day over there, Jimmy.
No, I'm good. I'll just leave that one to die, because it will die. Yep, it already did. Good. Let me just slide on in here. Oops. I guess I could do this too while I'm thinking about it. Ha! Alright, Resh, anybody else gonna want to fight me while I'm aiding you? There's a distinct possibility. King Mog gives you bug PTSD. I finally figured out, I think, the order that you're supposed to kill the Moogles. I mean, I'll be damned if I remember their names. I think the only one I remember is like Pooksy or Puxy, something like that, but I don't remember which one it is. But I know you're supposed to kill, like, it's like Black Mage, White Mage, Bard, Ninja, and then everything but the tanks, and then the tanks, if I remember right, so. You're with friends there, Resh. Oh, it weren't nothing. Oh, I'm a good diversion. I'll be perfect at it. As a matter of fact, I even know diversion, although I don't think that's gonna help you guys to, you know, do that. Okay, I will go create a commotion. I'm good at doing that, so.
Indeed, you are.
Let's go see where I can create a commotion at. Hey, Buckethead!
Did you just legitimately call him a fucking buckethead?
That was a Final Fantasy XII reference, but yes. Ah, here we go. I am an enemy of the Empire, and I'm here to kill all of you. I should probably kill that Signifer. I forget if he's the one that heals. No, he's the one that Black Mages. Okay. Ha! I've leveled up. Level 54. Let's get behind that. There we go. See if I can execute my snap punches off in the distance there, where he normally wouldn't be bothered. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I execute my snap punches where my positionals are appropriate. Although I could just do this. Hey, we got a couple auto hosts. Pem and Shadow Snake, thank you for the auto hosts. Appreciate those. Let's see. Next commotion's over here. Sorry there, Hoplomachus. You're in my way. Not for nothing there, friendo, but I don't tank yet. But popping Rampart as soon as you get in a fight doesn't seem like the greatest idea.
It really isn't. Like if somebody who's actually played as a fucking paladin.
Oh, there's the hostile presence that we have to deal with. Probably have to deal with more than just this hostile presence. Might not even be able to do my position. Wow, positionals. So that I don't get beaten up by a bunch of... I mean, I'm getting beaten up by a bunch of vanguards, but it's not really critical. Ha! Let's reestablish Twin Snakes, get a Demolish up at their low HP threshold. It's fine. Alright. Next. Hey, I've still got Bloodbath. Nice. Yes, I'm still alive. Hooah! Gotta love them big kicks, man. It's like a dance of death with me and Confucius here. You can kill all but the tanks and win the fight. You still hate that fight, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it took a little doing. I think I wiped at least the first 3 or 4 times I did the fight. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I've wiped every time I've done the fight, because I don't think I've done it more than 3 or 4 times. So, raise the alarm! Let's see if we can line this up properly. Fierce Demon Fang! Yeah, we lined it up right. Hooah! Nice. Oh, we got more of them. How much you want to bet there's going to be like friggin' 3 vanguards after this or something? Almost got Bloodbath back too, though, so that should help us a little bit. I mean, worst comes to worst, I could just switch Confucius to healer stance and have him use Choco Cure, but I don't think that's that necessary. Good thing I'm not playing this as Scholar. That paralysis would be a bitch to deal with. Oh,
good thing you're not playing this as. Good thing you're not playing it as a tank or a red mage. Paralysis didn't help me at all. Nope.
Nope.
enemy.
Well, we didn't need that after all. Hey, I broke the 5,000 HP mark. Nice. Finally.
Oh, it took you long. The entire damn stream.
Alright, one last enemy to beat up on the way out of here. Let's give him a steel peek. And we're done. I'll just ride past the rest of these guys. They're really not that crucial for me to fight. Where are we going now? Oh, just back here. Okay. So not that far of a ride. I mean, worst comes to worst, if I really needed them, I stocked up on a few high elixirs. They were pretty inexpensive on the market board there, so I have like 16 of them. I think I got one from a dungeon or a quest or something as well, because I had 15. Excuse me. And I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, I know I have 5,000 HP at this point, but they still restore like 2,000 HP and like 600 MP or something like that, so at this level, they're not bad.
Dumb good.
Best healing item I've gotten my hands on in this game. Most of the healing items have been absolute garbage, but, you know. Okay, we've made our rescue attempt.
And how'd that go for you?
Pretty good, actually. I created a big commotion and beat up a lot of Empire people, so.
Nice.
Hey, I've got a 10th of your HP. Nice! Well, good. Glad that you guys are all okay. Okay, back to the Rising Stones then, and I will meet you there because I'm sure Alfie Node wants to hear about our adventures. Oh, okay. Splintic Mud Puppy keeps respawning super fast. Or it's a different one. Okay, it could be one or the other, really. Ha! That big 600 damage True Strike. See, that's the thing, is that I don't feel like I would be an efficient DPS if I played it in a lot more dungeons, because I don't really know what maximized efficiency as a DPS is, I guess. I don't really go for... I know playing in DPS involves you playing to get big numbers, like the highest numbers you can possibly get, but I'm kind of like, whatever. It's not really a huge deal. I think we should help this gentleman out. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm okay at Monk. I don't think I'm the best at it. I feel like if anybody was like being a stickler, they'd probably be like, you know, upset with how little damage I do compared to some other people, I'm sure, but I don't know. Doing the best I can. And it's actually worked out pretty okay, though, because DPS seems to be, at least Monk anyway, seems to be a pretty decent class for solo play, so.
Pretty decent, as far as you can tell.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a cure spell, but that's what Confucius is there for. Worst comes to worst, if we need a panic button, there's our panic button. Control plus equals, healer stance. Cast that Choco Cure. I specifically leveled it up for that reason. Right. I specifically leveled them up for that reason, because I was like, well, I don't have a heal spell on this class. I might need some help sometimes. We've had to use it like 3, maybe 4 times total. But still, better than not having it. I would have wiped in those cases. They were getting frogged. Yes, they were. I almost got frogged. I got sticky tongued there for a minute. That's gross.
That's gross.
Mm-hmm. It was a walk in the park for me, Alfie Node, which is a little scary, actually. I'm getting a little too strong for my own good here.
You're unintentionally turning yourself insert into fucking Furion from Final Fantasy II.
Furion in a solo character challenge, yeah. Solo character challenges in Final Fantasy II are ridiculous because your single character that you're using just turns into an eldritch abomination of black and white magic and the best shields and everything in the game. You could literally play that game, though, in a single character challenge completely naked except for the shield, and you'd be fine. So,
which is effing ridiculous when you think about it.
Well, I mean, the mechanics of Final Fantasy II, I mean, you can get your evasion up by raising your stats, but you cannot get your defense up by raising a stat. So, defense only goes so far in that game. Oh, you're welcome, Alfie Node. Glad to have helped out with a rescue attempt. Yeah, the Empire's kind of crazy, so we might want to be more prepared. Okay. Yeah, we got to figure out who this XIV person is. Oh, okay, I guess we got to go to Kurthus. Probably, I was going to say, there's probably something going on in terms of Lord Horshfont there, but I guess there's an Ishgardian dignitary there. And they want me to be there? I guess, but I can't say I really know too many people from Ishgard. I mean, other than Lord Horshfont and Lord Drillmont, but whatever. I guess we'll go with them to see who's looking to get a piece of my fame as well. Yeah, Daystar gloves. That's what we want. Final Fantasy II, punch your friends to become OP. Yes, but you don't have to punch your friends to become OP. And when I play it for the stream, we'll find out why. Shark fin soup, huh? That's interesting.
Tonight I dine on monkey soup.
No, that's not what that is. Don't let Grookey hear you say that. I can't say that I'll be... I can't say that I'm looking into buying Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I don't know. All the starters look good. Scorbunny's probably my favorite.
Why does nobody like the fucking iguana? I take offense to that.
I like the iguana. The iguana's probably second. I don't like Grookey that much because we don't need another grass monkey, but...
Listen, all I'm saying is if the fucking Scorbunny's another firefighting, there might be riots outside of
If Scorbunny turns into another firefighting, I will not like Scorbunny anymore. I will totally go on the what is it, Sobble? Is that the name of the iguana?
Hey Jimmy, remind me, which dungeon's Orenvale? Is Orenvale the one with the fucking gold thing?
Yes. Why, did you end up in Ormvale?
No.
Oh.
My Maelstrom quest is sending me there, and due to reasons I will not elaborate on, I need to get the Storm Captain.
Oh, okay.
And get 35,000 Storm Seals.
Good luck with the Adventurer Squadrons, because that's a trip and a half.
Bold of you to assume that I'm just going to do that, and I won't just farm for the seals.
You can't farm for the seals. In order to get the rank that you need in order to buy those things, you need to do Adventurer Squadrons.
God damn it, I guess that means I need to find something else then. Fuck.
Just use one of the particle effect weapons. I mean, I know they're expensive, but...
I need a Dark Knight weapon that's red, or just straight up black and silver with a little bit of pale gold. And unfortunately, there's none like that, as far as I can tell, and that makes absolutely no sense to me.
Titanium Claymore. Look that up. I think I remember that being something similar to what you're looking for. It's very plain. I mean, it's not even a green or a blue weapon, but for glamour purposes, it might be what you're looking for.
It's not even a green or a blue weapon. Also me. God damn it.
It is. It's a weapon you can buy in a shop, but, I mean, hey. Oh, okay, so we're going to see a member of the Temple Knights, basically? Oh, Sir Amaric is the name. Okay. Alright.
Never mind, I found the weapon.
Oh, okay, good.
It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to get, but you know what? Fuck!
Does it require you to grind Adventurer Squadrons?
It requires me to grind a dungeon in Heaven's Ward.
Oh, okay. I mean, you could probably search it on the market board unless it's untradeable.
It's market prohibited.
Yeah, I get that part, Alfino. Okay, so I guess we're off to Kurthus to see what kind of dignitary awaits me, to find out why they need me specifically for my fame. Oh, I guess we need to go and talk to Minfilia first before we go anywhere. Going to terms. Okay, let's go talk to Minfilia first then. I should probably take my helmet off. It's probably not helping me walking around in here. I mean, I've walked around in the Rising Stones enough to probably walk around in here blind, but it doesn't mean I want to do it. So there's an ambassador that wants to meet with me in Kurthus. Why do I feel like this is still going to be a trap of some kind? Funny thing, you were in a Discord that had a bot named Baymeric? Oh boy. So somebody must like this Sir Amaric person then, huh? I have. To the best of my ability for what little details you gave me. Yeah, that is the question, isn't it? Fair enough. Yeah, we haven't quite made it to Ishgard. We've made it to the outskirts with Kurthus, but Ishgard still eludes us. It's behind the Gate of Judgment, and I have been judged not worthy yet, because even though I have the Heaven's Ward expansion, I have not made it far enough in the story yet. We'll get there, though. So that gentleman who is possessed by the Ascians there is the Archbishop, then. Okay. I'm probably not supposed to know that yet, but they did put the cutscene right there, so... Gotta end on a cliffhanging kind of note. Oh. Many people like Amaric, plenty like him enough to put him on husbando levels. Oh, okay. Excuse me.
I mean, Amaric, from what I see, looks kind of like a badass. Kinda.
I've not met the man yet, so we'll see.
Oh, you will.
Oh, so Ishgard wasn't a part of the calamity. That kind of sucks. It's probably why they're so isolated still. It's like they're hanging their heads in shame. We couldn't save the world as we knew it.
Or alternatively, the religion just basically says, hey, we can't do anything about this, so why should we bother? We're all gonna die anyway.
Damn, dude. That's nihilist as fuck.
That's probably what's gonna happen. No wonder the Pope and the Ascians get along so well.
Yeah, Alfie Note, I know, but you can't convince somebody to do something just because you keep pleading with them to do something. Might turn some people off to the idea.
Only just a little bit.
I sure hope so, Minfilia. Right. And all we need is one single person of genuine influence to take a first step into, I guess, building an alliance, quote-unquote. Then I guess we'll have to find out what they want, don't we? I'll leave that to you. I'll just be there for moral support then. Okay, gotta go back to see Lord Horshfont then. He seems pretty fond of me from what I understand.
Fucking Jesus.
We'll see what other help he can provide for us as we continue with this, delegate, no, that's not the right word.
Delegation.
Diplomat, that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know how I got delegation out of diplomat, but, you know. But what kind of resistance? I don't know that that's the right word either. What kind of a side quest? Well, main quest. You know, what can we expect from Sir Amaric when we head to Camp Dragonhead? And what about this Iceheart lady? Are we ever going to find out what she's up to? Find out in the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition. I'm going to walk outside where I'm actually in a sanctuary so I can have Interceptor there and I can pet him before we go. But while I'm heading outside, I will say thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, which will be on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, let's give Interceptor a good pet. We'll give Quinfucius a good pet, too. Because he's been a good boy today, as always. Couldn't ask for a better band of heroes here, folks. Anyway, yeah, I'll see all of you on the next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good night.
Peace.
And Void Hunter, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. Ishgard's kept its gates locked for 1,000 years. Well, soon they will be open again. We got side quests to do first before that, so we'll see about it. There's just... oh, that's precious.